to smack ass like a drum. Isn't there a white beach upon the fire is deep? Late at night, I smoke trees, and I dream up on my knees. I need a dildo. I'm holding out for a dildo. My pussy come. He's got a bitch height and he's got a smack ass and he's got a fuck me to my pussy rather than a Cheetos. I need a dildo. I'm holding out for a dildo. My pussy come. My pussy. He's got a bitch wet and he's got a bitch warm and he's got a make my pussy wetter than a fish bowl. Wetter than a fish bowl. Somewhere after midnight in my whiniest fantasy, somewhere just beyond my clip, Daddy coming back for me. Slurping on the Gucci and coming with Poppy. It's gonna take a Spider-Man to suck me up. I change the thongs 2 times a day. Nipples look like pepperoni. I can swear I clean, but I peed on the dick. Do my clit like a people. And I sweat vagina. I can feel it come like a fire in my ass. My ass. My ass. My ass.
I remember thinking,
Hello, uglies.
We love gay.
Brown cow, stunning.
Great girth on this one.
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Oh, Lord.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
You gave your pussy to life. So nasty. Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
my pussy's on fire.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Back rolls.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
I'm raw dogging it today.
Back off behind you. Take care of yourself. I remember thinking,
Beyonce!
Up my ass.
5 pumpkin.
Uh-oh. Go, go, go.
5 pumpkin.
I'm just gonna put crystals in my ass from now on.
hold on to your vaginas.
Go.
XD.
Oh, Lord. Katrina.
Bitch.
Well,
Catch!
Go. Katrina.
I remember thinking,
Beyonce!
Up my ass.
5 pumpkin.
fuck you, pussy.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
$1 million pussy.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Looking like we belong on TV. I'm rolling with the LGBT. For this shit, look at my body language. Shit on everything, I need some body training. Money missing, had to ask them what the rest of me. Before I call my bitches up, they say yes, auntie. Judge one of the drugs, they gon' raise some thugs. Judge one of my tracks, cut you hill up your ass. But judge the last name, cause she don't want you bad men. Judge one of the days, they drank from C to A. And shout out to the body, you ain't gotta pick a side. And if you in a closet, shorty, you ain't gotta hide. Better make these bitches sick when they see you. And if a bitch won't beef, give a beef stew. Stripper right in front of me, I hope she wash her ass. She looking at my package, but they don't wanna smash. No, they back to act the fool, time is fast food. Then the gays, off the stage, I got to ship my ass too. Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Looking like we belong on TV. I'm rolling with the LGBT. They gon' play. When they step out, they gon' stay. I'm talking tight jeans, good hygiene. Motherfuckers stay free every day. Yeah, fuck with them, you better run off. No skydive, it's gon' jump off. No pun intended. Who's offended? Cause they see we fly it, then flight attendant. Do a hair flip, then I dip. In the strip club doing tips. At VIP, I'm about to buy more. Push like too short like high sports. Put you in my car, bitch, gon' hit. Bad bitch, and I got long legs. Ass super fun, full of cornbread. I shut up, bitch, up like a phone dead. Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Fuck out my way when you see me. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. I'm rolling with the LGBT. Looking like we belong on TV. I'm rolling with the LGBT.
Oh, I swear to God.
You're gay!
He got a nasty mouth, 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 nasty mouth.
Who wrote that? 5 lesbians eating coochie. That's rude.
My bitch is shaking ass with they hand out. My bitch is shaking ass with they hand out. My bitch is shaking ass with they hand out. Bitch, I'm getting money, I ain't ran out. Nothing beats a Jackson holiday. You can say 50 pounds with gay rights.
This is definitely fruity.
Be who you are for your pride. Don't gay man, cause you know you gay and stuff.
Okay, thank you.
You know you're gay balloon cause it got all the colors cause it's gay.
Okay.
And I got Skittles cause it got a rainbow on it.
Okay.
Hi, gay.
Happy Pride Month. We are sashaying away with deals.
9 players, 3 challenges, and 4 spots for the live finale where they will compete for the title of the ultimate Girly Pop Trainer.
The winner of the Girly Pop Cup, Colors of Pride, will win a $100 gift card and the title of the ultimate Girly Pop Trainer.
Welcome, everybody, to the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride live finale. Are we excited? Are we happy to be here? How are we feeling? Are we so excited for today. I am Shiny Stone.
And I am Dawn Stone.
And we are the Stone Sisters, the drag queens and queens of VGC in the Girly Pop universe. And we are here to host this live portion of our competition where we define and find who is the next ultimate Girly Pop player. So for those of you who have been watching us over the past 3 weeks, Dawn and I decided to go a little crazy this year, a little fun, a little kind of like insane people, and we decided to make a 3 episodes reality TV show that would get into this live finale with the objective of evolving what we do. Not Tia and Tamara, that's crazy, by the way, but evolving what we do in the Girly Pop games to find new Girly Pop trainers who are really cunty and incredible in VGC. I am proud to say, every time I will say it, girl, the very first winner of the Girly Pop Cup is Sugi, who consistently days 2 in regional championships and goes to top 4, top 8, goes to world. So we do have some cunty talent out here that we're getting out of this thing. So we had...
And I dress like a woman.
And Dawn dresses like a woman. But Dawn is actually a good VGC player, by the way, okay? Even though she does...
Oh, I'm decent. I wouldn't say I'm fantastic. But I am the second winner.
Period. Exactly. You're better than me. I wouldn't win our own competition, probably. And that's why I'm organizing...
I mean, you know what?
And that's why we organize these...
One and done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, to get here, our 9 players went through a few challenges where they had to show us their sense of aesthetics, their sense of team building, their concept creation, because a lot of the times as Girly Pop trainers, what we do, we follow the path less traveled, and we want to make our favorite Pokemon work in whatever way we can. And my job and Dawn's job is to try to create a meta where we can allow people to express their ideas, express their ways of playing Pokemon. So what we're doing today is the result of all these 3 episodes where our top 4 are going to battle for the win.
Absolutely. And let's talk about some of our favorite moments from the entire cup. Like what are things that we loved about it? For me personally, I loved hearing some of the personal stories that we got from some of our players. I loved hearing about Comet's story and about LittleBeanMari's stories, things like that, you know, where we get to see a little bit more of a personal touch of what these players are bringing into this competition, as well as what they brought to the events. It was so cool being able to see what all they bring, and seeing that we have some of these amazing creators that are coming into this finale with their stories and with all the energy and life that they brought to the competition. It's so exciting.
Exactly. Shout out Comet for being in a quote, as Comet just mentioned in the comments.
Yes.
And it was
the most viral moment of everything.
Exactly. I think Dawn and I, when we were recording the episode, one of my favorite moments was when Comet started talking about... So I was in a quote because I wish I could say, oh, it was the editing that made it sound like it was out of nowhere. But it was not the editing. It was just... people were going around and saying, what got them into Pokemon? And the first thing that came out of Comet's mouth was, so I was in a cult. And I guess that was the time where, that was the moment where Dawn and I messaged each other and we were like, this is actually crazy. It's so insane how people share things.
No, they're like, you know what? Let's just talk about it for a second.
Exactly.
That... And also, not to mention our amazing challenge winners, Sam and Mikki, who came up with these like fantastic concepts for their specific challenge that they won, where they just were able to show like such creativity, like with that museum, and with Mikki making that entire drawing in 1 hour of her team being decorated by the Alcremie. It was genius. So good.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I think what made me realize that this is so fun to be part of is it's really cool to see that Pokemon at the end of the day is just the means to an end, where we have these creative content creators allowing themselves to create these fantasy worlds and create these fantastic ideas that they can translate into some gameplays and so on, and try to translate this into reality. And you see how in love they are with their own idea, which is incredible, right? Which is amazing, having that kind of like artistry being shown at us for free, girl. It's fun, you know.
For free.
And
For
Dawn,
free?
would you like to introduce your cats, because people are asking for the names of your cats because they were jumping around behind you.
Oh my God, were they?
So people want to know about your kitties.
Oh, they're running around. So the tuxedo, his name is Absol, obviously after the Pokemon. And then my other cat, who I actually just got the other day, her name is actually named after Comet. So they are back there. Her name is Comet, and we have Absol. They're my little babies, my little angels, and they are best friends in the entire world.
Exactly. And if there's one thing that we know, is that the cat distribution system does not fail. They don't.
Oh, it does not.
Try to look for an owner, but it's stronger. That's how my mother, for example, has 3 cats, because she was supposed to just take care of them for like 3 days, and now she has like all of them. So
oh yeah,
fun stuff. Anyway, Dawn, what else are we doing today aside from crowning a winner?
So we are also raising money for Point of Pride. You can find the link to donate for that in the chat. It is we are partnering with Pokemon Pride for this. And we also were given 5 codes for the game Spirit Swap from their developer Soft Not Weak. We will award those throughout the competition. So you can find the link to the game on Steam in the chat.
Exactly. So we have 5 codes, but one of them will be a little bit of a prize for something that we will show a little bit later. So that's iconic. Exclamation point swap if you want to get access to the link. I'm gonna just stop the music, and we're gonna just watch a quick 1 minute something trailer of this amazing game. It's called Spirit Swap, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So enjoy.
Woo. Slay. I'm watching it now.
Yalla, Habibi. Let's get swapping.
Spirit Swap. Lo-fi beats to match 3-2.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the trailer. Thank you, everybody, so much. Thank you, Soft Not Week, for giving us this amazing code so we can give to everyone. We're not going to do it now. We're going to do it a little bit later, but it's going to be fun. So as you can see, the link is in the chat, exclamation point swap. You can watch, you can access it on Steam, and please go support them. You can win it for free, but you can also get it for yourself. Get yourself a little treat. Enjoy the game. I think y'all are gonna enjoy it. So what's gonna happen now is what we're gonna do today. For anybody who's new at a Girly Pop Cup, what's happening is we are going to do the top 4 are battling in a Top Cut style VGC best of 3 competition. What does that mean? That means that we are gonna randomly assign the 4 into 2 pairs. They're gonna battle on a best of 3. Whoever is the winner goes to the finale, where we decide who is finally the winner. So because I said they're gonna be randomly assigned, we're gonna leave that to the gods of queer VGC battling to decide their fates. And that's also called a random name wheel picker that we found on the internet, because we are what? Resourceful. Exactly.
But before that, we would like for you to welcome to the stage our top 4 of the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride.
So welcome to the stage, Comet, Droomish, LittleBeanMari, and Lucy Star. Welcome to the stage, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
How are we feeling?
So how?
Sorry, go on, Dawn.
I was gonna say.
No, it's just natural.
So
Sorry,
how
go
are
on.
we feeling? How are we feeling about the finale? Like, what are you guys' expectations? What are we thinking bringing into this?
Well,
Pokemon want to win. That's what I want.
I'm ready to be the next ultimate girly pop trainer.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Well, yes.
Fun.
I'm
So what if
expecting some fun RNG moments, hopefully. Some live gag moments, you know. What makes Pokemon great? The unexpected.
Absolutely. What were some of y'all's favorite parts of the competition?
Meeting everybody.
For me, it
Sorry,
would definitely
comment.
be the gym leader challenge. I thought that one was really fun. I like designing my own little gym and like kind of like designing like the like whole challenge around it, the rewards and the theming. And I thought that was a really fun challenge. So that was my favorite episode, at least.
I love that. That's amazing that you really had a good time, and you did a fantastic job with your yellow gym with the storm clouds. It was so cool. I loved what you did with that. You guys really did your big one there. So all of y'all,
It was
just
a-
so proud of you guys. Like,
It was
you know,
really, it was
doing
really
your thing.
fierce. By the way, everybody, they had
Mhm.
1 hour to prepare whatever they presented us on the episode. So they did a lot of good stuff for 1 hour of preparation. And, you know, I think to their own individual perspective, everyone did a great job, you know. I would say if I was a viewer, the second episode was really hard to announce that we had to have a bottom four because there was not another like viable way to make an elimination happen, you know, so we could get to like a
Mhm.
top six and do the semifinal. But it was a lot of fun. We were really happy with what was presented.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody did a fantastic job. And now that we have like these top fours, you guys have battled your way here. We are so proud of all of you. Thank you guys again for doing this. We know it was something different that maybe, you know, was a little bit unexpected, but you guys persevered and pushed through. And we are just so proud.
So thank you so much for doing this. How are we feeling about today? What are our expectations? What are our fears, excitements, regrets? Okay. I don't know, anxieties, existential dreads. And how did you prepare for today?
My mom did my hair. Thank you, Mom.
Yay, Mom.
That's sweet. That's cute. That's really cute.
Well, so one thing I'm really nervous about, or I'm really scared of Lucy, because so far in the competition, Lucy actually took out the other PNG tubers. So she's kind of earned this title as a PNG assassin.
Oh wow. Like you just find in Lucy's closet there's just like two like pieces of paper with like X's over Damsel's and Sam's eyes.
Yep.
Lucy
I will
said,
say though, Comet, we became friends early because of our Xenoblade love. Like we connected pretty early, and that was great.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think this is a way of Lucy to like dealing with her past of being a PNG tuber herself, you know, and she says, you know what, I'm gonna be the only one, so I'm gonna murder all of them, and they're all out, and they are all out. We're actually in the basement. That's crazy, Sam. That is actually crazy.
Not the basement. No, they're separated because Damsel's in the attic and Sam's in the basement. That's how it's working.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are we ready to know who's gonna go against who?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. So, I hope you're ready for our infamous Wheel of Girly Pop Fate. So we know exactly who is against the other person. I think we're going to be able to listen to the thing, at least on stream. So, going up first, we have We have Mari. Mari,
Yes.
you are going against, let's see. Oh,
Let's do it.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Which means that we have Comet against Droomish.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's about to get wild, y'all.
The gods, let me keep here. The gods of Girly Pop Fate have decided, and these are the two battles we're gonna have on this Christian day, that is a Saturday, and is hot as hell in this country that is not ready to deal with this warmth. So it's gonna be fun. Anyway, with that being said, how are we feeling about your matches, players?
I'm nervous, but at least I'm not going first.
Fun.
This was like the one opponent that I was hoping somebody would take out for me. So I'm scared.
Don't worry about it.
I'm excited. I love to play.
All right, everyone. So, go get ready for your matches. Mari and Lucy, go get ready. Comet and Droomish, go get ready. We will go in a short break. And for you at home who is watching us, enjoy a few videos while we prepare for the next, for our first best of 3. But before we start, of course, we want you to get to know our casters. So we're going to go on a short break. And once you're back, meet your casters. And then the battle starts. See ya!
Bye.
Yalla, Habibi. Let's get swapping.
Spirit swap. Lo-fi beats to match 3-2.
Everybody who's anybody knows that accessorizing is in. But did you hear about the recent release? The recent Meal collection of accessories. Meal stones are here. Meal stones, typically used in Meal Evolution, can now be used as accessories. We have phone charms, friendship bracelets, as well as pendants for necklaces. Normally, authentic Meal stones like this can be obtained for $1,500. But as a gift for all the viewers today, you can use the code GirlyPop to get them for $1,000. This code only lasts as this advertisement plays, so use the code now and make sure to let us know in chat which accessory you will be using.
Oh
ever lost a retro console to the ever-flowing passage of time? Hi, my name's Shalora, and I'm a stupid bitch. Cry about it. It won't help. You can go to the retro game store and buy one that's way overpriced. Is this a game that won't provide a load when you blow? You blow and you shove and 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 you blow and you shove. You won't work. God damn it. Has your Banjo Tooie gone Banjo Kablooey? Is there something wrong with your Donkey Kong? Are you too poor to buy another Mario 64?
Hi, gay. Happy Pride Month. Bella Hadid.
Catch! Happy suck my vagina.
Mother.
Miss Jackson.
Where? Bam! 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 Hello.
The Bluetooth device.
Bam!
The Bluetooth device.
Where?
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Bam!
Oh, this is bad for me.
This is your moment! Have it! Period. Where?
I'm just gonna Thunder Wave if not. So if you switch, just a new Pokemon gets Thunder Waved already.
Catch!
The horse is here.
Bye.
Snatch my whip.
What's the motherfucking tea, everybody? Bye.
Catch!
Period.
Shopping.
Miss Jackson.
Wanna try my rose toy? Catch! You bitch!
It's over.
Hello.
The Bluetooth device.
Bam! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch!
Y'all, it's very dry.
Catch! Happy suck my vagina.
I have a feeling the rain helped me much more than it did Michael.
You bitch! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch!
Well,
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Everybody who's anybody knows that accessorizing is in. But did you hear about the recent release? The recent Meal collection of accessories. Meal stones are here. Meal stones, typically used in Meal Evolution, can now be used as accessories. We have phone charms, friendship bracelets, as well as pendants for necklaces. Normally, authentic Meal stones like this can be obtained for $1,500. But as a gift for all the viewers today, you can use the code GirlyPop to get them for $1,000. This code only lasts as this advertisement plays, so use the code now and make sure to let us know in chat which accessory you will be using.
Your life.
Hello everyone, my name is Chlora and I'm a trans woman drag streamer, and I'm here with the incredible Gabby.
Yeah. Hi. I mean, honestly, Chilla, you're incredible. I'm just here to talk Pokemon. That's all I do. You do it all. You sing. You dress up really nice when I'm just here in my t-shirts and sweats. But no, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, and I love what y'all are doing here, and I want to see some VGC. I want to see some special VGC because the metagame that y'all are playing here in the Girly Pop Cup, or Girly Pop Games, excuse me, is really unique with the colors and forcing people to play with only one restricted, which is what we're going to see coming up in this next matchup. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to get this battle started.
I can't either. I'm really excited to see what these players bring, especially considering the one restricted. I think Lucy ends up having how many?
Lucy has 2, which is what you're supposed to have in Regulation I. I would argue any person under normal circumstance would want to. So, but I don't know, Chalora. Do you want to take a peek? Do you think our trainers are ready to get started?
I think our players are ready to get started. The clef key, I think it's like a staple like annoyance to their team because the rest is just like straight out assault damage with like
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Can they hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Great. is this thing on? Which is
thing
great.
Recording?
Just in time to get started with this battle, as it will be a red Gyarados and honestly a bit of a clown-like Incineroar out on the field for Lucy against a classic combination of Urshifu and Klefki out on the field for Mari.
Yeah, we've got a Gay and an Ace. Who knew they could go together? But I think that Klefki is definitely going to set up just as it always does. I think the Gyarados is a really good call. It does have the Flying Terra with Terra Blast that can help it through a lot of what Mari is bringing.
For sure, and with the Iron Hands switching in, I guess the only straight Pokemon we'll be seeing here this weekend, it will be able to take those flying type attacks a little bit better thanks to its natural bulk. 3 hits from Searching Strikes is all it takes to take out the Incineroar on Lucy's side of the field, and now Gyarados, the only Pokemon left to attack this turn, will be following up with a Waterfall into that electric fighting type Pokemon, not going to do a lot of damage.
We are going to see the Koraidon come out though, with a little
the
sun.
first restricted of the match. And
Hopefully
sun as
reduces
well.
some of the attack from the Urshifu if he uses any water moves, but we won't probably see that at this point anymore.
No, we do get the first terrestrialization of the game, and like you called out earlier, that Terra Flying on the Gyarados is certainly going to be a very valuable tool for Lucy in this match.
Yeah, I think Mari's team is almost impenetrable. It's a little difficult, so hopefully we can get some damage in.
A flinch onto the Koraidon, followed up by a close combat from that Urshifu. Won't be doing a lot of damage thanks to the Intimidate from that Gyarados earlier. Also, the Urshifu will be taking a critical drop in its defenses with the Terra Blast flying type will get straight knocked out from the Gyarados. So that's 1 Pokemon down now for Mari, tying up the score.
Urshifu's very scary, so I'm glad he's out of here.
Oh, interestingly enough, with the reveal of the Fluttermane and the switch earlier from Mari, I don't think Mari brought her restricted at all. That's a really interesting choice.
Yeah, and we're not bringing the Klefki back out either.
No. So what do you think the strategy is here for Mari, Chalora?
I think the Klefki not being out is probably a good idea. I think we know that Koraidon has some fire moves, or one fire move, I think. So it could be dangerous. But if Klefki is left as one of the only Pokemon left, that's not a good option either. I think they definitely need to knock out that Gyarados as soon as possible, maybe with the Iron Hands. At least for Mari's perspective.
For sure. Well, the Dazzling Gleam from the Terra Fairy Fluttermane will do a decent chunk of damage to that Gyarados. Nothing to the Koraidon, as it did protect this turn. The Flying Terra Blast, though, will just pick up a KO in return, knocking out Fluttermane from full health. That is a really critical damage calc for both these trainers to remember going into game number 2. Wild Charge, though, from Iron Hand will do enough damage to pick up the remaining knockout. I don't think that critical hit mattered at all.
No, not at all.
So both these trainers now down to their final 2 Pokemon, and given that we've seen one restricted from Lucy, you have to imagine the Lunala is waiting in the wings.
The
Pun
wings?
intended, because it looks like it has.
Yeah,
you get it.
Yeah. I picked up what you're putting down.
But what a strong back for Lucy to have. I would be
Absolutely.
very scared if I were Mari right now.
Yes. Oh, I'm seeing a Flare Blitz coming in, just as we said. I'm not sure what we're going to do against the Lunala, but I'm curious to see what Mari does.
So Mari is prioritizing Reflect here, and looking at the Klefki's moveset, it could have gone for Reflect, Light Screen, or Rain Dance, all of which would have mitigated some of the damage this turn. Unfortunately, Reflect did not mitigate enough, and Flare Blitz was still able to pick up the one-hit knockout onto the Klefki. But Koraidon is taking a lot of damage in recoil with the Flare Blitz followed up by Life Orb damage. Unfortunately, though, that Drain Punch will not be healing enough damage up onto that Iron Hands to allow it to survive a second Moonblast from the Lunala. So I think that will be game 1 in Lucy's favor, unless his Iron Hands is something that...
Something we don't know. It does have an Assault Vest. It could
impossible.
maybe tank an attack, but I don't think so at all.
Yeah, I don't even think that Light Screen would have made a difference at the end of the day. Like, trying to think about other ways to get out of that situation, unfortunately. So game 1 goes to Lucy, and now it's all up to Mari to think about adjustments going into game 2.
Yeah, I think their starting team definitely wasn't optimal, unfortunately, and they had to switch out Klefki at the beginning. Maybe they can get a stronger lead for the next game.
Yeah, it's hard too, because Klefki is one of those Pokemon that if you're bringing it, you really want to have it out in the lead. I know that a very good VGC player ran Klefki all throughout last year. So, not the double restricted season, but still, very consistently starting with Klefki, setting up a screen, maybe 2 screens, maybe a Thunder Wave in between. And it was very disruptive and annoying, like you were saying before we got into the battle. But when you're starting with Incineroar and Gyarados, there's really nothing you can do there. Do you think the adaptation is to bring the Kyurem this time around?
It could be. It does have Freeze Dry, which is at least an ice move that could be beneficial against Gyarados, especially if it Terras. And it might be maybe a little bulkier than a Klefki, since they're probably going to bring that Koraidon as safety against the Klefki, but I'm not sure. Oh, we see the Klefki again. Me?
All right, well, here we go into game number 2, and we are seeing the same leads from both these trainers, interestingly enough.
Just kind of swapped around.
Yeah, so do you think there's going to be a playstyle adjustment here from Mari, given that the lead is exactly the same?
I think so. I mean, we didn't see the switch out, so I think maybe Mari was predicting that they would think that they would switch out, just like last time, and wanted to keep Klefki in and get at least a Reflect up or something else.
Well, no attack from Gyarados this time around, and no switch either. We just get a Dragon Dance to boost the attack and speed, and I unfortunately missed the rest of that turn, so we're just going to pretend it was great commentary.
A fake out as usual from Incineroar.
Of course.
It is hard for the Klefki to, or not hard, but impossible at the moment to get a Thunder Wave in on the Gyarados as it has a Lumberry, so it's not really like worthwhile for Mari to do that.
Yeah, the only possibility here would be to get an early screen in, which could be helpful if you know what kind of strategy your opponent wants to do damage-wise, but even if you did set up a Reflect there, like, Iron Hand on the Switch is only taking about 20% damage, so... And then even with the Shadow Shield with the Lunala as well, look at how little the Surging Strikes is doing from that Urshifu. Lucy is still in a fine position here to go on the offense.
Oh, and it looks like we're going to Terra the Lunala instead of the Gyarados.
I like this adaptation. I think Lunala, with the Fairy typing, we saw how critical those Moonblasts were in the end of Game 1. So this is really just recognizing that and almost optimizing for it. But we do see the Klefki come in, and a Steel Fairy type Pokemon could potentially take a Moonblast a lot more comfortably than the Urshifu, but a double up here could be absolutely critical for Lucy to maintain the momentum going into this turn. But Gyarados instead just content to keep setting up, going to get another attack and speed boost to ensure that it is still the fastest and the strongest physical attacker around, provided it's able to stick around. Moonblast misses the KO on that. Iron Hands, it is able to fire off a Wild Charge, and it will pick up the KO. So just barely missing out on the damage needed to make those Dragon Dances worthwhile.
Yeah, that Gyarados definitely would have been scary. Oh, is that from the recoil?
I believe so, because Wild Charge will do recoil.
Yeah. So it's a good trade.
I think it's a fair trade at the end of the day. Incineroar coming in for Lucy, and the return of the Urshifu in a great position here. You do have to worry about that first turn of Fake Out like we saw from turn 1 of this game too, but once that's out of the way, a Surging Strikes here would pick up the KO on the Incineroar, and depending on how these Pokemon are trained, most likely the Urshifu will be faster than the Lunala, so it's a pretty easy detect here. I still wonder what the Klefki is going to do. I guess we won't.
We're never gonna know.
I know. Chalora, what do you think this Klefki wants to do here? If it gets the option.
I just think the screens is so mixed because Lucy brought both special attackers and physical attackers. It might just be better to use some Thunder Waves now that the Gyarados is gone.
So you think you just go full annoyance strat and just hope that it bails you out?
Completely. Either that or a Rain Dance to set up the Urshifu, but it's a tough call with that Lunala.
Yeah, and if you set up Rain Dance, you also have to worry about switching from the Koraidon just to take away the rain and also to just further weaken Surging Strikes. We do get the reveal of Klefki's move. Finally, it will be Light Screen, and the combination of that plus the Poison Terastallization on the Urshifu does mean that those Moon Blasts won't be doing as much damage as before, but that is still a Lunala. It's a very powerful Pokemon, so there's going to be a ton of damage being dealt out on this turn. Regardless, Incineroar will go down to the Surging Strikes, does take all 3 hits. So that's really good information to know. That is going to be a bulkier Incineroar. And, but yeah, Moonblast does nothing after the combination of those 2 things. I guess the special attack drop is something though, so.
Yeah, it's not the worst, but.
It's not the worst.
Lunala still has its power herb, so it could throw out one of its stronger moves. Being the, where did I put it? The Meteor Beam.
I think Meteor Beam here would be pretty good, because then you'd walk away, assuming it connects with the special attack boost, and then you just have Moongeist Beam and Koraidon to kind of clean up the match. But there's the Rain Dance from Klefki, taking away the sun and deactivating the Orichalcum Pulse. That being said, though, Klefki at such low health will still be knocked out by a Flare Blitz, even with the rain active on the field, so it will just be the Urshifu standing for the remainder of this turn. That being said, though, still one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, and arguably a restricted Pokemon in its own right, even if the Pokedex doesn't say so, will be able to pick up the KO on that Lunala with a couple of hits, thanks to a help from its friend.
Yeah, with the Rain Dance, I think that's going to be very scary coming in the next couple rounds.
Yeah, the Koraidon is still faster, does have access to Breaking Swipe, so you could try and go for some attack drops, but then now we also have the return of Fluttermane, so it feels like Koraidon's in a really tough spot.
Do you think we're gonna have a game 3?
I don't know. Do you think we're gonna have a game 3? I don't want to Caster's Curse it.
Right. I really want to see them get lucky and...
Flare Blitz does a respectable amount of damage in the rain. It's possible that if Sun were still active, or if there was no weather active at all, that would have just picked up the knockout outright onto that Fluttermane. So again, great information for these trainers. But we are going to get a game number 3 as Mari is able to take game 2 here with no Pokemon adjustments from either trainer, I believe. Just some playstyle adjustments there. And I think critically, the poison type terrestrialization on the Urshifu was really what swung the match in Mari's favor. So Chalora, going into this game 3, I would imagine Mari sticks with the same strategy again. What do you think Lucy does to accommodate that?
I think Lucy might bring a different option than Incineroar, maybe a Blaziken or the Iron Bundle.
Okay.
I do think that the Incineroar was a kind of a weakness in the team, besides the fake outs that it provided and the intimidates as well. Which maybe that is a better option. I don't know.
Well, the Blaziken on the team, looking at the open team sheet, so it has speed boost, which will mean after every protect, every turn it gets a speed boost. Literally, the name of the ability. Yeah, that was smooth there, Gabby. So you can like alternate protect, get a boost in speed. And then it also has coaching, which has some really great synergy with the Koraidon. But speaking of which, we actually get a Koraidon Incineroar lead from Lucy against the same lead from Mari. So there is that fake out on the field once again. But I'm curious how you think the Urshifu and the Koraidon are going to pair off against each other, because you have to imagine fake out into the Klefki is almost a guarantee.
Yeah, I think they definitely want to get rid of the possibility of fixing the Sun with a Rain Dance. They want to keep that fire boost on the field. And I guess the damage reduction from the Urshifu.
Yeah, and if there's one way to stop both those things from happening, it's not just a fake out, it's also a follow-up Flare Blitz as well, picking up the KO. Unfortunately, that Koraidon takes a ton of recoil damage in return, but I think talking about fair trades, that feels like a pretty great one. Fluttermane now out on the field. We'll be getting a speed boost from that photosynthesis, and we saw just how much damage the Dazzling Gleam did earlier, so I don't think Koraidon is necessarily safe on the field anymore right now.
Oh, absolutely not.
So, interestingly enough though, Koraidon stays in. What do you think the adjustment is here? Do you think you just sack it?
I don't know. I think these trainers are both kind of like doing a lot right now, and as much as I studied, my brain is like going haywire.
No worries. I mean, it's a tough decision. Like, you have to judge, the trade-off between getting something in for free versus, going for a protect, trying to scout out your opponent. In this situation, it looks like Lucy opted to just let the Koraidon go down. Close combat, though, the move of choice from this Urshifu into the Ghost-type Lunala, so that's a pretty good trade right there. And now with the Incineroar coming in a second time, you can now fake out the Fluttermane, so that's pretty good. So
and we get another Intimidate.
You get another Intimidate on that Urshifu as well, so even though the critical hits from Surging Strike will kind of ignore that, it does mean close combat is effectively useless at this point. So Lucy might have an out now.
Yeah, if she does go for that Meteor Beam into the Fluttermane, which is being switched out, who knows what it is?
It looks like it's the return of the Iron Hands. Of course it's straight. But no, I think the reason why Mari went for the switch there is because they were worried about that Meteor Beam, just like you mentioned. Of course, there's also the threat of the Terra Fairy Moonblast as well, and an Assault Vest Pokemon would take that better, but just given how frail Fluttermane is in general, any attack here would pick up the knockout, and you want to give yourself the opportunity to dodge the fake out, and the best way to do that, given the fact that Mari's Fluttermane also doesn't have Protect, is really forcing the switch. So the fighting typing here will help out this Iron Hands a little bit more, plus you have the Assault Vest. So really just able to take that the best it possibly can. The downside though is now you have a +1 special attack Lunala that is Terra Fairy and now knows Moonblast. So pick your poison.
But it is Terra Fairy now, so it could be faked out by the Iron Hands now that it's come in.
It could. And that Lunala, I believe, opted for Wide Guard instead of Protect. So we're in a very similar situation for Lucy that Mari was in the previous turn. Decisions.
I don't even think they have a wide attack to be used by the Wide Guard.
I believe Dazzling Gleam is the only one on the team sheet.
Yeah.
We get the return of Fluttermane for Mari, and Fake Out will indeed connect with the Lunala, which is a fantastic nickname, by the way. I love it.
Yeah.
Flare Blitz into the Iron Hands with the help of a critical hit will just pick up this KO there. So Mari down to their final 2 Pokemon. Incineroar will be taking some damage in recoil from that attack as well, bringing it down into the red. So it's back to just the Urshifu and the Fluttermane, the Lunala, and the Incineroar. And it looks like Lucy's trying to decide, do you click that Wide Guard or not? That's a tough decision.
Thankfully for Mari, their Pokemon are both practically full health, so that's not the worst place to be in.
Yeah, and I think as well, Wide Guard is such a mind game. Unless you've seen your opponent like aggressively going for those spread moves, the fact that you have it on your team sheet sometimes is enough. Unfortunately for Lucy, though, the combination of a Shadow Ball and the Surging Strikes will be enough to pick up the KO onto that Lunala, so it is just going to be that Incineroar. But the Incineroar does get to attack this turn, which is probably something that Lucy wasn't necessarily counting on. So this Flare Blitz, still boosted by the sun, will do enough damage to pick up the KO onto the Fluttermane on Mari's side of the field. So it's just down to that Urshifu for Mari now.
Yeah,
and the
very
sun,
close.
It's very, very close. I believe the sun should also be running out, and if not this turn, it should be the next turn. So it's going to be a really close matchup here. But unfortunately, there's the Pokemon adjustment.
Yeah.
And
the sun is gone.
And the sun is gone, and Blaziken is a fire-type Pokemon that unfortunately cannot protect in front of the Urshifu thanks to its ability. So with the Surging Strikes, our pseudo-restricted Pokemon is all Mari needs to take the win and move on to finals here at the Girly Pop Games.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the color gray. It may be sad on the outside, but I'm sure Mari's feeling pretty happy after that win on the inside.
Absolutely. Maybe Urshifu should be restricted.
You know, I joke about it a lot because I can't normally say this, but I think a lot of people would agree with you on that, Chalora. But I mean, what are your takeaways from that match?
Oh, I definitely think both trainers took something from each match that they won and then applied it to that third one, and that's why it was so close.
I agree as well, and I think that Lucy had a really cool idea on the team with that Blaziken and with coaching. It was just really unfortunate that there was no opportunity to pivot it in sooner. You know, had it been like a Blaziken Koraidon lead and had Mari maybe let up on the Urshifu lead, we could have been looking at a very different game, as
Completely.
coaching plus Koraidon is a very scary combination. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, I think we need to set up the interview. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get a word from... All right. I just got a word from our production god that we're going to go to a quick break to set that up. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back after a moment with that interview.
Have you ever lost a retro console to the ever-flowing passage of time? Hi, my name's Shalora, and I'm a stupid bitch. Cry about it. It won't help. You can go to the retro game store and buy one that's way overpriced. Is this a game that won't provide a load when you blow? You blow and you shove and 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 you blow and you shove. You won't work. God damn it. Has your Banjo Tooie gone Banjo Kablooey? Is there something wrong with your Donkey Kong? Are you too poor to buy another Mario 64?
And last but certainly not least, Sam.
Hey y'all, let's get into it. Me as a gym leader, I think that we have to get back to our gay sources and reference the next coming events for the gay community, which is Pokemon Licenza. With the new Lumio City, who is coming into a rearrangement plan, the gyms are getting centered into the city and not the whole region. So as an archaeologist and a genius trainer, the Pokemon League contacted me to invest into the Lumio's Museum Gym project. And I'll tell you girls, the funds that they get for gym leaders, I needed to get a bag. So I know that you will think about having a rock type gym, but I'm getting into psychic, girl. Get into it. My team is composed of antiques, relics, anything that references mythology, because it has that history but also that mystic undertone with it. So for my team, you will see a lot of historical reference. For my gym, the intendant will tell you that to access the gym, you will have to get 3 tokens that are called Dogu. The Dogu of the flamboyant gay man, the Dogu of the I know what you are, and the Dogu of the mysterious and nervous nerd. Within the gym, you will see a lot of various trainers as our antiques and exposition brings people from all around the world, but they're mostly gentlemen and tunnel maniacs.
Hello, Girly Pop Cup viewers, Pokemon trainers, and my demons. My name is Devogler. You can call me Devo, and as always, I am the Demon Father here in the digital Twitch abyss. I'm a queer horror and variety streamer with a love of the macabre, the unhinged, and of course, Pokemon. I am dying to get these interviews started, but I am also not doing this alone. I'd like to pass things over to my other interview sister in darkness, Poppy Oddly.
Hi, good morning, good time zone. How you doing, ghoulies? Yes, my name is Poppy Oddly. My pronouns are he, they. I'm a queer Latina variety streamer. I also am a drag artist. I go by Carmen Asada. Yes, you heard that right. Carmen Asada. Well, yes. If you
Well,
couldn't
yes.
tell, I love purple. And I love ghost type, but could you tell? I don't know.
Wait a minute. I have to say, when we got into the green room earlier, I took one look at your set, and I've been in your streams before, but I took one look and I said, now hold on. Did Shiny and Dawn put us together for a reason? Because you are absolutely giving ghost Pokemon down. I feel like I'm giving the dark fantasy here. Do you want to go in on a gym, like, you know, like a code gym at some point?
Yes, let's do it. A duo gym battle. Oh, I would love that. Their
I love
minds.
it.
They knew what they were doing. Trust.
You know what? Big brain energy all around. But speaking of big brain energy, this first matchup was unbelievable. I know that you have a ton of thoughts on it. I do too. But should we get this interview started?
I think we should. I think the players are ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations to our winner, Mari. Oh my gosh. Wow. How are you feeling right now?
Relieved. This was probably the matchup I was the most scared about for top 4, and now it's behind me.
Wow. I mean, it's interesting to hear you say that relief is the primary feeling, because as we were watching this match, I could see the intensity on both yours and Lucy's faces. And I thought, this battle really means something. And I think that's the intensity that, as a viewer, we really want. But also, breathe a sigh of relief. You both did incredible. Thank you both for an amazing match.
Absolutely. You absolutely had us on the edge of our seats. Like when I needed to use the bathroom real quick, I had to run back. I was like, wait, no, I need to finish watching this. No, I need to know who wins. But you really had us like, wow. Like Mari, you really had us gagged and gooped. And listen, you did an amazing job as well. There was this moment that like I needed to take note. Like I had my little notebook with my purple pen, of course. Um, when you took away the sun with the rain, I was like, you said no, none of that sunlight, no, none of the sunny day at all. We're gonna make it rain. That was like a good sacrifice at the end for Klefki. But I love little Klefki. Oh my god, my little fairy. But I do have a specific question for you, Lucy. Uh, if you had to give Bayonetta a Pokemon team, which Pokemon would for sure be on that team?
Ooh, okay. Bayonetta. Wow, that's funny. She like was my trans awakening. Like I looked at a picture of her and I cried. I'm like, I'm a woman. So that question, wow. Anyway, I think I'd give her Murkrow, Sneasel, and what's like a timekeepy Pokemon? She would have the horse Palkia. That's very Bayonetta. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that
Fine.
team so much. Love the addition of Murkrow as well. Like I feel like that's very on brand, very stylish, and we're getting sort of like I guess angel, witch, feathers. Like love this. If I didn't know any better, I would think that you had had this already. Maybe like you've already designed a team for Bayonetta. You're like, oh, I want. Who would I pick for Bayonetta's team? And you're like, I've already got this, Diva. I'm ready.
It was literally actually just on the spot, and the Murkrow was kind of for Sam as well. Hi, Sam.
Awesome. All right, I think that we are dealing with a little bit of an audio issue with Poppy. Poppy, let us know if you are good to go.
Hello, is this better? Did I fix it? Oop.
Yes, much better.
Oh, thank goodness. Sorry about that. Was testing y'all. I'm glad you caught it. Is there anything else you would like to say or to shout out anybody, Lucy, about this match? Mm-hmm.
Well, I do want to say that, Mari, it was really cool that we did get to fight. I admittedly really didn't want to because you scare me as well. But I am really thankful that this tournament brought us together as friends. It's really cool when I open my phone and I get a DM from you and we're just chatting. That's the best part of this tournament. That's the best part of Pokemon. So I really wish you luck for the rest of this.
Thank you. Love you appropriately.
Amazing. I love this camaraderie, and it really makes me as a viewer feel good that we can still play nice after such an intense fight. But I do have a couple of questions for Mari. Again, Mari, congratulations on your win. You did such a great job. And Poppy and I were actually talking a little bit, and I was wondering if you could walk us through a little bit of your strategy for the rounds, because on our end, it almost felt like match one was you sort of testing the waters with Lucy's team and Lucy's strategy. Can you walk us through a little bit of what was going on in your head?
So the most important question to kind of clarify in every match is how serious is my opponent taking Klefki? Because the main reason for Klefki is it's being obnoxious. You saw I only have one restricted Pokemon. That's not 100% by choice. The other ones I had available just weren't great, so I opted just to use one because there were other options that are better than the other restricteds I had available. And Klefki is there to kind of try and make up for that difference, to try and make up for having one less of the super powerful Pokemon by setting up screens, by helping me control the weather, by paralyzing stuff so I can actually outspeed things. And so I kind of need to figure out how serious is my opponent taking Klefki. Like, are they swinging for it right away? Are they neglecting it? And a good way to do that is to put something really powerful, like Urshifu, right next to it. So I was just kind of trying to figure out, okay, how is Lucy dealing with Klefki? And in that first match, it was kind of a 50-50 in my head, whether she would swing for Klefki right away or fake out the Urshifu. So I figured I'm gonna cover both bases. I clicked Reflect with Klefki, and I clicked Searching Strike with Urshifu. because for that matchup I wasn't that scared of Gyarados because I had Iron Hands in the back, which can deal with it easily. So that's kind of how I approached this.
It's great to hear your strategy and how you approach that, because I know that the casters were also wondering what you were going to do with that Klefki. And I think we were all wondering time and time again, okay, what is Klefki going to do? And you really, truly pulled it out. I will say, even though it seems like Klefki was sort of the key, well, pardon me, the key to your strategy here, I have to tell you, when you poison terastallized Urshifu in match 2, I was beside myself. I thought, oh, okay. Mari came to not only play, but also to delay.
And did.
I mean, yeah, it's, again, lots of powerful Pokemon, so I figured a good way to deal with them is to try and be bulky. While planning the team, I very early on identified Lunala as a big threat because it was on Team Red, which means Koraidon, which means Groudon. It's on Team Purple, which means Miraidon, potentially. And so Lunala was one of my top threats, but there's also Fluttermane, which I have myself, but also is on Team Green, I believe. So I had to kind of be afraid of Fluttermane. And other strong fairy types that are in the running, like Hatterene is there, a bunch of other really strong fairy types. So I kind of had to be aware of those. That's why Urshifu is poison type. That's why Iron Hands has a Assault Vest. That's part of why Klefki has both screens. So I can deal with the things there where I have shortcomings. That's mostly a little bit better.
Well, thank you so much for all the context there. So before we go any further and you prepare for the finale, is there anything that you want to say before the next round?
Good luck to the other match. I know.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you both so much. Congratulations to making it to the finale here. Lucy, you are an incredible competitor and trainer. Thank you. Mari, congratulations on your win. Poppy, anything else you'd like to say before we hand this off to our amazing hosts?
The PNG assassin is out. You did amazing, though. Love it. Thank y'all so much. Y'all did incredible. Mwah.
All right, looks like we are ready to go for our hosts. Thank you so much. We will see you all in the stadium.
Bam! Look at me!
Bella Hadid.
Catch! Look at the bird! Period.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
Oh, wow. That was crazy.
It is hot out here.
I don't want to do all of that.
Bye.
Sickening tea boots.
It's on X o'clock.
I'm about to.
Bam! Bitch!
Boots.
Bam! You bitch!
It's on X o'clock.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
It's on X o'clock. It's on X o'clock. The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls.
Snatch my whip.
A chicken. Rickon. A fairy.
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Back rolls.
No ma'am.
I'm about to.
Bitch! Period.
I remember thinking,
Oh my god.
I'm about to.
Bitch!
Lucy is tearing through me.
Girl.
I remember thinking,
Bam!
GG though. That was so much fun.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Snatch my whip.
Look how she ate that.
The horse is here.
Very demure, very nice.
This is shocking news. Fight! Catch!
I'm leaving.
Oh my god!
Keep it cheerio and goodbye.
Give it to me. Fuck you.
The dog.
Period.
Back rolls.
Bye.
Fuck you.
Guess what, Mimi?
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Oh my god. Fuck you. They're back. Fuck off behind you.
Back rolls.
The Bluetooth device. Bitch. The biggest mistake. You bitch.
It's on X o'clock.
Period. 5 pumpkin.
My husband says this outfit's too inappropriate for work.
You bitch.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
The biggest mistake. Better try my best to catch. This is shocking news. Gay.
A fairy.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Pussy.
Katrina.
Fight.
Hello, Dubai.
Take care of yourself.
Pussy. 5 pumpkin.
I remember thinking,
You shave your pussy. 5 pumpkin.
Yes, Queen Skinny Legend Versace boots the house.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Up next, Mikki Miraj.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Mikki Miraj, the magically melanated princess of drag, out of drag today, representing the color white. I wanted to go in a slightly different direction. I wanted to represent my team that I'm bringing to the competition with one speed paint. So I was like, how can I get the entire team in one photograph that I have to draw in an hour? Like, I did not have a lot of time, but I think I succeeded, and I'm excited to talk to you about it. I'd love to cordially invite you guys to the white party that my team is representing. And of course, how could I invite you to this party without the one and the only my mousehold named Twinks? So, Twinks, take it away. As you can see, we have Twinks in all of their costumes. When I was coming up with my team, I wanted to highlight what white as a color is all about. It's the absence of color in pigment, but it's the inclusion of all colors in the light spectrum. And all that to say is about pairing, and it's about supporting. It's about altering what's already there and making it shine and sparkle the most. So my supportive mons are the most, like, the highlight of my team. As you can see, our mother here. And what that really, the reason I went in that direction was because I'm a drag queen, and I wanted my team to know that the body is tea and also a temple, which you are free to decorate, ding, as you please. So I wanted to show you my whole team by Alcremie decorating the mousehold with her beautiful salted cream frosting. So we have, as you can see in the top, we have whitewash, my Alcremie, going ahead and getting the girlies ready for the white party. All of the mouseholds are wearing costume pieces made of frosting that represent a team member. And if you like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and go down. It's not a surprise anymore, huh? We have our beautiful, shy, bashful diva, Reshi Ram. When she opens her mouth, she's got the most to say, but she's very demure and very shy, as you can see. Being terrorized by the ultimate icon, Butch Body Queen, Calyrex Ice. Got her horn and her cape on and her little boots, her Prada Balenciagas on, made of ice, well, frosting. And over here on the side, we have our Chinchino and a Whimsicott. So the whole vibe of this party was, I was kind of thinking my team just like getting ready for the party. So this is when you're kikiing with your friends, you're having some vodka sodas, which are also white, or I guess clear, but most of them, I'm gonna consider vodka a white object for the purposes of this. You're having your vodka sodas, you're putting your costumes on, you're getting your energy up, and you're ready to express yourself on the town. Other than that, I don't really have much to say other than thanks for having me here, and I hope you enjoy my silly little sketch and a day in the life of my delusions.
A puff. Miss Mandarin. A fairy.
No!
clock the train.
No, ma'am.
We should totally be back.
Take care of yourself.
Hey!
A cube is a circle.
Bam!
Wait a minute, hold on.
Clock the train. Take care of yourself.
No, ma'am.
The Bluetooth device.
Bam!
Bye, pumpkin.
Oh, now we gotta go? Hey, everybody, it's me!
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Oh, Lord.
Cause this is my real beard. There's the door, bitch! Poof. Bam!
Back rolls.
The Bluetooth device.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
I just wanted to know, like, what does it feel like?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second set of battles for the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride. I am your caster, Roberto Eduardo Luis Alberto Eliezer Julio Esteban Ricardo Alexis Mateo Montoya Candelaria Cazador Flores de la Rosa de Aragón Ramirez de Fontaine Sanabria. And I know that is an incredibly long legal name, but you may simply call me Robbie for short. And I am joined with my lovely friend, Chalora, who you saw in the previous set of battles.
I was going to make a joke that I'm caricature, but that's fine.
And I'm caricature. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, literally. Since we get confused all the time, you know. But
That's so
I'm very
silly.
excited to be back for another shoutcasting battle. And I'm getting from production that our teams, our contestants are ready. Our players, our trainers are ready to go.
Right, well, let's see what these players are going to give us in this Girly Pop Cup second set of battles.
I don't know about you, but last time I did some predictions for Comet's team, and I really thought that the Florges and the Necrozma would go together, but I haven't seen that yet. Do you have any predictions that you're expecting to see?
I'm really excited to be casting a match with Comet's team because this is an open team sheet format, so all of our players know what everybody brought in terms of their Pokemon, held items, and everything. Squawkabilly is such an unorthodox choice that I'm so excited to see, with particularly because it serves a similar role to Incineroar, pivoting with the Intimidate and the Parting Shots to lower the opponent's stats. I really want to see that because Droomish's team is quite balanced in terms of physical and special attackers.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna see a Sylveon out the gate or a Tinkaton. I think those are both great out the gate, and I think we're about to see who's coming out, who's first.
For sure. And the battle is starting. Oh my gosh, we got a team star battle music. This is so exciting.
Yes.
And we're seeing Droomish starting out with Tinkaton and Sylveon, like you mentioned, there's this Squawkabilly that I said with the Armor Rouge as our leads.
Yeah, Sylveon's a great opener with having options for Reflect, Light Screen, and Tinkaton does have the Fake Out. Squawkabilly as well, with the Parting Shot, Taunt, Tailwind, great setups. And Armor Rouge can start losing their armor and getting those speed stats.
Absolutely. And with Sylveon, the stats that are typically seen in VGC include Hyper Voice and Calm Mind, but the Reflect and Light Screen is a little bit of a welcome change because the Protect and Wish are usually what are ran on a Sylveon, so I'm excited to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah. I think it's a really smart move to bring that Light Clay from the Sylveon so they last an extra long time, and even if the Sylveon gets knocked out, it will probably last the whole match.
what do you think the strategy is going to be going forward? Because we already saw the Intimidate, but that's going to be very helpful with the Tinkaton, not so much with the Sylveon, but...
Yeah. I'm thinking probably an armor cannon onto that Tinkaton is a good idea, but... Oh, there goes the fake out onto the Squawk ability. So, but it won't matter because the Covert Cloak that it's holding.
Absolutely. That's why that Covert Cloak is really important for... Ooh, the Covert Cloak is really important for like moments like this because the fake out is such a punishing move. It won't allow you to, do any moves going forward. But we saw the Psy Shock going into the Sylveon, doing a good chunk of damage despite Sylveon being a specially defensive Pokemon.
Well, doesn't it use defense? Because it's a...
Sylveon has a higher special defense than its defense. Typically, it does bold.
Shy Shock uses the defense stat, right?
Oh, but it does. You're so right. You're so right.
So it's going to do a big chunk.
It's going to do a big chunk. And we're seeing this Squawkabilly leaving the field on Comet's side, going for the Solgaleo. Not Solgaleo. This is the Duskmane Necrozma. This is Comet's restricted, right?
Yes, it is.
And unfortunately,
I'm curious to see. Sorry,
I missed the play that
I did too.
that took out the Sylveon, but that gives the Tinkaton a good. It gave off a free Sword Dance for the Tinkaton, which sets it up to do a good amount of damage going forward.
Yeah, the Drizzle coming out with that Kyogre is not a bad option, especially with that Armor still on the field. You cannot use an Earthquake right now because that's not a good idea with the Tinkaton. So I'm really curious to see, a Bulldoze from the Kyogre, even though that could be nice against both of the opponents that it's going against.
Absolutely, and if Droomish has the Palkia in the back, which has Telepathy, that would be a good option, but Comet with her Armor Rouge, it seems like Comet is in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah. We are seeing a Terrestrialization for the Armor Rouge, so we're going to see a Grass coming out, which is a great defense against those water types, even the ground type moves that they're using. Oh, and another Terrestrialization.
This time onto the Tinkaton, which has a water type. The Tinkaton doesn't have Terra Blasts, so this is very much a defensive play. Droomish probably expecting a fire type move going into that Tinkaton. And then we see the Necrozma going in for the electric type move on the Kyogre and a double up, getting the knockout here, putting Comet in a better spot than they initially started with. Ooh, wow. And then a knockout from the Tinkaton.
Yeah. That Sword Stance boost to Tinkaton is going to do a whack ton of damage. Comet's in a good spot. He has a lot. They have a lot left to come out, so.
We're seeing the gears turning for Comet here, bringing in the Sneasler, hopefully going in for a fake out, and that will,
I think we've seen before as well that the Dire Claw has definitely come in handy for Comet from the Sneasler, so that is an option as well.
Mm-hmm. And now it will be able to hit, as a poison type move, it will be able to hit the Tinkaton as well.
That's true.
And Dire Claw is a very powerful move, giving you an equal chance at paralysis, sleep, and poison, which has been very helpful, especially I think back to Zane's Sneasler in the third Girly Pop Cup, which was instrumental for his team. Very, very, very powerful. And we see the Palkia going in for the Protect, possibly expecting that fake out from the Sneasler. Exactly, I predicted that correctly.
As well as the Photon Geyser from the Necrozma.
Yeah, that'll give
that play rough is
Droomish.
bringing it down to its Focus Sash.
Absolutely.
The Tailwind has ended, so we will see the true speed difference between these two teams.
Absolutely. Now, the strategy going in, we have the Tinkaton and a Palkia, and Comet still has a third Pokemon in the back, which is the Squawkabilly, which I'm not necessarily sure it will be as the Necrozma is knocked out here by the Palkia, I'm not sure that the Squawkabilly will be in a good position to deal offensively with the rest of Droomish's team.
No, I don't think so. Unfortunately, now that the Sneasler is also going down in the rain too, unfortunately with the Palkia still on the field and all those water moves, I'm not sure what Comet can do with this Squawkabilly with its only offensive move being Foul Play. I'm not hopeful. Unfortunately.
I'm not hopeful either. The Foul Play would go into the Tinkaton probably, but unfortunately the Palkia is faster and is going to knock out that Squawkabilly, bringing our game score to 1 for Droomish.
With the
Very
snazzy
interesting match
spatial
from
rend.
both. Spatial rend, yes.
Yeah.
We love making space for our lovely, space horse.
We're holding space.
Holding space. We love holding space. I am interested to see whether they will pivot strategies. Maybe we'll see a different lead from either one of them. I see that Droomish is really excited for that win.
Yeah, like I was saying, I haven't seen the Florges with the Necrozma as a lead. I say that because Florges has Symbiosis and the Clear Amulet, so my thought process was the Necrozma could Terra Ground to get the weakness policy off from the Florges, who brought a Vine Whip move. So I thought, the Florges will activate the weakness policy with its Vine Whip and then give her Clear Amulet to the Necrozma, which could be a really good play. I haven't seen it, but I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the intention.
I mean, I hope to see it too. The Palkia and the Kyogre on Droomish's team synergize really well together because of the Bulldoze and the telepathy. It wouldn't be able to hit the Palkia, and the Bulldoze is really good for these two Pokemon lowering the speed, especially because Comet doesn't have any grassy terrain on as part of their team. But I would love to also see, which has been an issue for Droomish before, exactly. And I would love to see maybe a different set of Pokemon going in for both of these players. I love to see some variety in terms of our battles.
Absolutely. We haven't seen the Arcanine, we haven't seen the Florges, we haven't seen the Lurantis. We saw a minute of the Flamigo, although it just passed away very quickly, and didn't really get to use its Co-Star ability. So I would love to see that.
That Flamigo is really going to need some of the rest of its team to really bring up the stats. The only Pokemon that it could really synergize with here is Tinkaton with that Swords Dance, from what I'm seeing here.
Or the Lurantis with the superpower because it has Contrary. So it would get stat increases instead of stat decreases.
Very true. And we're seeing a little bit of a different play here. Squawkabilly going into the lead again, but this time alongside Necrozma. And from Droomish, I believe this is the same lead as last time, right?
No, the Sylveon was...
the
Kyogre
Sylveon was.
Sylveon.
Right.
Do you think they will fake out the Squawkabilly or the Necrozma?
I would say but the Necrozma is a bigger threat in this matchup, so I would focus all of my attention onto the Necrozma as quickly as possible, because the Squawkabilly, like we said before in the last match, the foul play isn't going to have much of a play. Squawkabilly plays more of a supporting role on Comet's team. And again, Comet really has to use it as a pivot to lower the stats of the opponent.
Oh, and it is going on the Necrozma as you predicted. I thought maybe we really don't like Tailwind. Maybe we just did our hair and we don't want it to get windy. But we don't care, I guess.
We don't really care. I mean, sometimes people look gorgeous with their windswept hair. Whoa, and we are seeing a knockout on the Squawkabilly. Unfortunately, knocking it out quickly. Droomish understands what is at stake with those intimidates and the parting shots, so they took out that Squawkabilly really quickly. As we see the Armor Rouge coming out, possibly not going to do a lot of damage in the rain with those fire type moves.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. The Kyogre could just Origin Pulse again, and I'm not sure what could prevent it from doing that. We could see a wide guard from the Armor Rouge. That would be a great option to prevent the Origin Pulse again. It would be a good prediction. But maybe Droomish sees that. We shall see.
Maybe Droomish does sees that. We're seeing the Protect coming in from the Kyogre. I don't believe that Droomish is quite concerned with the Tailwind and Comet's team being faster, because as we saw in the last couple matches that Droomish has been a part of, their team is quite bulky. And we are seeing the Armor Cannon going onto the Tinkaton, not doing enough damage to grab that KO because of the rain, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, we're getting the Gigaton Hammer onto the Necrozma as well, knocking out a big damage potential on Comet's side. But Sneasler can also be incredibly annoying with the Dire Claw as well as the Fake Out, so I don't think Comet's just out yet.
I don't think so either, but Droomish is sitting in a really comfortable spot right now. None of their Pokemon have been knocked out so far. That Sneasler is going to need to have a really tough uphill climb. A little bit of a cheeky, punny moment, because we use Sneasler to climb in Legends Arceus, but it's going to be a really tough uphill battle for this Sneasler if they want to grab some knockouts here.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's that Poison Touch taking effect on the Kyogre. And another Armor Cannon.
We have another Armor Cannon knocking out the Tinkaton, which is very good for Comet. Kyogre getting faked out is, didn't give a chance for Kyogre to do any moves. I'm losing my words, but it's just, it's putting Comet in a really good spot here.
Yeah, I am very worried for the Armor Rouge, though. That's 2 times the defense and special defense have been lowered by 1 stage because of the Armor Cannon. So that's leaving Armor Rouge at a very big disadvantage of being knocked out very easily. We are seeing the Flamigo with Co-Star coming out. I'm not sure if that takes effect if a Pokemon fainted. I don't think so. I don't even think we had a stat difference or a stat change, so.
Kyogre didn't really have a stat difference, so the Flamigo isn't having too much of a... What are the words that I'm looking for? It's very a neutral situation here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I just realized the nickname for this Kyogre is Minnesota, which is crazy to me.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
We are seeing some Terra.
So
Terra onto the Sneasler, giving a Terra Poison. It's going to do extra damage if it uses Dire Claw. And won't be affected as badly by flying moves.
I was going to say earlier, the Armor Rouge going for the Protect, I think, is the better play here to preserve your Armor Rouge, stall out the rain for a couple more turns, and then focus all of your energy with the Sneasler, who, with that close combat, isn't going to do too much damage because of the poison terrestrialization Comet could turn this around if they play this smartly.
Ooh, this could do a lot of damage, and it does.
Ooh, and
that rain
it
is still
does.
up.
Ooh, it seems like this is going to be a game to set and match for droomish.
I think so. It would have been really nice if that Dire Claw earlier in the game had given Kyogre a sleep or a paralysis. I think that would have made a difference as opposed to the poison touch.
Absolutely. It's a really high chance. However, Kyogre is a very bulky Pokemon, so I agree that poison would have been very monumental for Comet. But unfortunately, with the two Pokemon that droomish has and just another completely healthy Pokemon in the bag, I don't see a way that Comet can turn this around at this point.
Oh, and we see Flamigo is gone. A Psyshock coming out from Armor Rouge. Will it be enough? It's not, unfortunately. That could have been a big difference.
Absolutely. Oh, but that's a little huge. The Origin Pulse being avoided by the Armor Rouge, potentially giving it another turn to survive. Hopefully that poison will take out the Kyogre next turn if the Armor Rouge can be faster than the Palkia, but Palkia is quite the bulky adversary.
It's true. That Origin Pulse is a nasty 85% accuracy, and it misses way more often than you would think, unfortunately.
There is a YouTuber that I have a little bit of a one-sided beef with that has said that if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate, and I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Like you said, 85% accuracy for such a powerful move. And it missed, like we're seeing right now, the Protect to stall out the Kyogre to potentially knock out the Kyogre with the poison.
That's
We
true.
will see.
That's a good strategy. That poison, unfortunately, because of the leftovers will save it. Save your leftovers. Don't waste your food.
Don't waste your food, exactly. Oh, and Comet going for the double Protect here because they know that at this point...
It honestly could have made a difference. But
it could have made a difference if the Protector landed, correct.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to droomish on this 2-0. They both fought so well.
Absolutely. And I love seeing pink girlies in the top. Pink is the girly pop color that, defines us in here in the Queer Experience and here at the Girly Pop Games Twitch.tv channel. So congratulations, droomish. This was a really awesome battle to see. How do you think that they utilized their... What did they learn from the previous battle?
Well, if Comet ever watches this, maybe they didn't know about that strategy I mentioned earlier. But aside from that, I think it was super close. That Armor Rouge stuck around for such a long time. There's a couple moves that I think could have made a big difference, like using that wide guard. And I honestly think the Flamigo's just gotta go. I'm not sure if it's being the most helpful.
I would have to low-key agree with you. That Flamigo is much more helpful on a team with very high stat boosts, such as the Dondozo Tatsugiri strat that we see very often in VGC. So that Flamigo going into that final match against Mari, we're gonna need to see a very different strategy going forward.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see it. Let's hand it over to the interviewers.
Send it to me, Rachel.
Mother.
You Bee-hoo.
Bella Hadid.
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Period.
Real here.
No, ma'am.
Bam! 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 Oh, the fracking?
Bye.
Take care of yourself.
Rain on me. Fail! Fail! Fail!
Bye.
Fail!
What's the motherfucking tea, everybody? Beyonce!
Fail! 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 Squirting contest!
Bye.
Catch! Squirting contest!
It's on X o'clock.
Fail!
Y'all, it's very dry. Period.
No, ma'am.
The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls. No, ma'am.
Can I help you, bitch?
It's on X o'clock.
Period.
Catch! Squirting contest! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch! Catch!
It's Bella Hadid.
Stop!
Miss Jackson.
Fail! Catch! Rain on me.
The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Uh-oh. What's wrong, little gay person? Are you feeling down? Low energy? Like all your friends are 10 steps ahead of you, and you just can't keep up. Well, don't worry, because I have just the product for you. It's called Mio Boost. Every time I take a little dose of Meal Boost, I feel like I level up or something. I get it. I get it. I get it. It sounds like it's too good to be true. Well, lucky for you, I have a little code that you can use. Use code BOOSTMEUP, baby. Woohoo! For 10% off of your first purchase of Meal Boost. Now turn that frown upside down, little gay person, and let's get sickening with Meal Boost.
Neo Corporation is not responsible for any overdosing of slay or gaggery. Furthermore, any litigation are impossible because Neo Corporation is not liable for anything at all whatsoever.
Everybody who's anybody knows.
And we're back. Hello, hello, hello. Back to the interview portion. Well, yes. And also, what a match. Y'all absolutely killed
crazy.
it. And was.
Unbelievable. I can't wait to get into it, Poppy. I'm so excited.
But before we even get into it, let's remind everyone that this is a charity fundraising moment. We are trying to raise money for Point of Pride. So remember, if you believe in trans rights, if you believe they are human rights, you better start donating now. Can we get the link in chat? Well, yes. But
And can we give an amen? Okay, okay.
Okay, exactly. But big congrats to Droomish. Wow, what a match. How are we feeling?
Oh, I'm kind of relieved, honestly. It was a lot. It was a lot. I did a lot of prep and a lot of like getting ready for this event. So, kind of being through it and past it is kind of nice because I don't have to worry as much anymore.
Honestly, valid. I was literally like this on the screen. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This match was chef's kiss. Devo?
Yeah, I mean, I felt the exact same way. I was gonna say when we first started, I thought that the first match, I was like, okay, we're going maybe a little bit slower here, which is not a bad thing. As a viewer, I love to see sort of the strategy that's unfolding. But by the time we got to match 2, I thought, well, Droomish, I gotta say, that origin pulse from Kyogre is nasty work. Just absolutely nasty. And then going into, I think it was Armor Rouge, the Armor Cannon, Kyogre flinches, I was like, is this gonna be an upset for Comet? But we saw how the match all unfolded. I was gagged. Was there anything that left either one of you sort of gasping?
When I felt like I was just, I don't know how covert cloak works, and I thought I threw the entire match at the very beginning, but now I know how cool of an item is that, and every time Comet Terra, I was like, oh my god, you can Terra. How do I how do you forget about Terra? But we managed.
Yeah, I was beating myself up for not using wide guard more, but when that origin pulse missed, I was like, wait, I might have hope, because if I got the double protect
was awesome.
off, then Kyogre would have died.
Yeah.
Like Armor Rouge could have
Oh.
soloed Palkia, but
And that was nasty. Poison stalling at the end, I was like, yeah, that's real. That's real respect.
yeah, I did not expect to have to do that, but
So I do want to ask, Comet, can you tell us a little bit about the process of building your team here for the finale?
oh yeah, so originally I wanted to use Ho-Oh, but I could only use shiny Ho-Oh. So I decided to shift to a little bit more aggressive playstyle. I was originally playing with like a Tailwind Trick Room team, but it didn't really feel right. So I switched to this team with a lot more offense. And kind of a gem that I really found is Squawkabilly. When I was testing the team out, Squawkabilly puts in work. Like, it's kind of like a discount Incineroar a little bit. Because it has the Parting Shot. It has the Parting Shot, Intimidate, but it also has Tailwind support and Taunt support. So I was like, why not give it a go? And I actually, the Armor Rouge was crafted specifically to target Kyogre.
Interesting.
And Calyrex. Because Psyshock 2 hits Kyogre, and the Grass Terra is literally just for Kyogre. But I didn't really play into those strengths during the match.
Did you
And
get in
I was
your
hoping
head,
Wide
or-
Guard. Wide Guard would kind of serve as a deterrent from Origin Pulse, but Droomish called that I wasn't actually going to use Wide Guard.
Well, I think that's one of the most amazing things about watching these matches is you can see sort of the back and forth between kind of the mind game that's being played, and it made for a super exciting match. But I have kind of a different question for you, Comet. Are you ready?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. If you were to make your own Pokemon themed cult, what would it be?
Okay. Well, Pokemon themed cult. Well, my
You're
favorite
like, "I'm in
Pokemon is
one."
Litten.
Ooh, okay.
I've kind of been on this Litten propaganda kick, because from Gen 7, everyone's like, that Girly Pop starter is Poplio, right? But like we gotta give a little bit of flowers to Litten. Like, she's a little cutesy. Like, I know how people feel about its evolutions, but like Litten itself, it's really cute, you know?
We love it. We stan. You know what? I think we're all members now of the Litten cult, whether we like it or not. Hi, we're in a cult.
Yes,
Is there anything else that
exactly.
you want to say or shout out before we move on to talking to Droomish?
I do want to shout out. I think he's in chat. To shout out to Gabby Games. He helped me build my team, and really helped me build up my team. Get prep for the event, everything. So huge shout out to him, and also just huge shout out to the organizers. This was a lot of work to put together. I can tell. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Droomish. GG.
Absolutely. Well,
GG's.
thank you so much, Comet. You put up a really strong fight and an amazing match. I'm gonna pass this over to Poppy now, but thank you again.
Thank you.
An incredible job, and big congrats to Droomish. What an amazing match. I still can't get over that leftover save when you were poisoned with that Kyogre. Oh Lord. But is there anything that you would like to say before you head to the next round?
Good job, Comet. I thought you played really good. I find that, like, I don't know, the mind game that Devo was describing, like, so fascinating as a part of this. And I try, because I don't think I'm like fantastically good at this or anything, when I'm like playing games like this, like, can I switch into a mode where I just like I am dumb, essentially, like I'm just being foolish, because like so much of this is based on what they think I'm gonna do. And like there's like a moment at the beginning where I was like it's like, I mean, I was looking at the team sheet, I was not clocking wide guard. I was like, if wide guard happened to me, I would have said, oh, like I guess that's how that move works again. But like I love they think I'm going to think that I'm going to think that they're going to think that I'm going to think. And like it's Pokemon is just so unbelievably cool. I think it's so fantastic to play in, and divulge in that way.
And we are excited to see more. And can I just say, your energy when you are battling, you like move side to side, and I very much do the same thing when I'm playing Pokemon because I like to be like the trainer in the battle. So it was lovely to see, and I can't wait to see it again in the top 2.
I was a little nervous. I have to listen to Sonic music when I'm playing stuff like this.
Sonic
So
soundtrack is mwah. Stop. I listen on the daily. Love. Well, we're going to let you have some time to prepare for the final round, Droomish. Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you.
yes. And we are going to go on a break right before the finale. Well, yes.
Thank you all so much.
Oh, mid-show check. Excuse me.
Hi, gay. Happy Pride Month.
Bella Hadid.
Catch!
Happy suck my vagina.
Mother.
Miss Jackson. Where?
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Hello.
The Bluetooth device.
Bam!
The Bluetooth device.
Where?
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Bam!
Oh, this is bad for me.
This is your moment. Have it. Period. Where?
I'm just gonna Thunder Wave the lot. So if you switch, just a new Pokemon gets Thunder Waved already.
Catch!
The horse is here.
Bye.
Snatch my whip.
What's the motherfucking tea, everybody?
Bye.
Catch!
Period. Period.
Shopping!
Miss Jackson.
Wanna try my rose toy? Catch! You bitch!
It's over.
Hello.
The Bluetooth device.
Bam! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch!
Y'all, it's very dry.
Catch!
Happy suck my vagina.
I have a feeling the rain helped me much more than it did Michael.
You bitch! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch!
Well,
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Snatch my whip.
Look how she ate that.
The horse is here.
Very demure, very mindful.
This is shocking news. Fight! Catch!
I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
Fight! Bam!
Pip pip cheerio and goodbye.
Give it to me.
Fuck you!
Period.
Back rolls.
Bye.
Fuck you! Fight!
Guess what, Mimi?
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Oh my god.
Fuck you! Bareback. Bam! Goggles behind you!
Back rolls.
The Bluetooth device.
Bitch!
The biggest mistake.
Bam! You bitch!
It's on X o'clock.
Period. 5 pumpkin.
My husband says this outfit's too inappropriate for work.
You bitch!
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
The biggest mistake.
Bam! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch! This is shocking news.
Gay.
A fairy.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Pussy!
Bitch.
Katrina.
Fight!
Hello, Dubai.
Take care of yourself.
Pussy!
Bitch. 5 pumpkin. pumpkin.
I remember thinking,
You shave your pussy. 5 pumpkin.
Yes, Queen Skinny Legend Versace boots the house.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Bam. Look at me.
Bella Hadid.
Catch. Look at the merch. Period.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
Oh, wow. That was crazy.
It is hot out here.
I don't want to do all of that.
Sickening tea boots.
It's Xanax o'clock.
I'm about to.
Bam, bitch.
Boots.
Bam, you bitch.
It's Xanax o'clock.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
It's Xanax o'clock. It's Xanax o'clock.
The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls.
Snatch my whip.
A chicken. Rickon. A fairy.
Bam, bam, bam.
Back rolls.
No ma'am.
I'm about to.
Bitch, period.
I remember thinking,
Oh my god.
I'm about to.
Lucy is tearing through me.
Girl.
I remember thinking,
Bam.
GG though. That was so much fun.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
A puff.
Miss Mandarin.
A fairy.
No.
Clock the train.
No ma'am.
We should totally be back.
Take care of yourself.
Hey!
A cube is a circle.
Bam.
Wait a minute, hold on. Clock the train.
Take care of yourself.
No ma'am.
The Bluetooth device. Bitch. Bam. 5 pumpkin.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Hey, everybody, it's me!
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Oh, Lord.
Cause this is my real here.
There's the door, bitch.
Puff.
Bam.
Back rolls.
The Bluetooth device. Bitch.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
I just wanted to know, like, what does it feel like to put a flat beer up your ass?
Pussy.
Water.
Take care of yourself.
Uh-oh.
Cause this is my real here.
Hello, uglies.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Take care of yourself.
No ma'am.
Period.
the Bluetooth device.
You bitch.
Rat twink. I'm looking up at his anal fissure.
Hear my sinner's prayer.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
And last but certainly not least, Sam.
Hey y'all, let's get into it. Me as a gym leader, I think that we have to get back to our gay sources and reference the next coming events for the gay community, which is Pokemon Licenza. With the new Lumio City, who is coming into a rearrangement plan, the gyms are getting centered into the city and not the whole region. So, as an archaeologist and a genius trainer, the Pokemon League contacted me to invest into the Lumio's Museum Gym project. And I'll tell you girls, the funds that they get for gym leaders, I needed to get a bag. So I know that you will think about having a rock type gym, but I'm getting into psychic, girl. Get into it. My team is composed of antiques, relics, anything that references mythology because it has that history but also that mystic undertone with it. So for my team, you will see a lot of historical reference. For my gym, the intendant will tell you that to access the gym, you will have to get 3 tokens that are called Dogu. The Dogu of the flamboyant gay man, the Dogu of the I know what you are, and the Dogu of the mysterious and nervous nerd. Within the gym, you will see a lot of various trainers as our antiques and exposition brings people from all around the world, but they're mostly gentlemen and tunnel maniac. When you get to the final door, which leads to my office and that you present all the dogus, the door will open and you will witness me, the gym leader. I will be kind of a non-challenge gym leader. I'm more focused into my work. I use all the Pokemon League money to invest into my work. I'm not into that battling like that, but I will still do my job. So as I present to you, you see my team and you see the spell stage, which is my office. So the first Pokemon is Lino, and it stands for Linora. And if you pay a close attention, you will understand why. As you can
And hello, everybody. Hi, hello, Dubai.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the mid show. Who's excited for our finale? Woo! We have our amazing finalists. We have Droomish and we have Mari. They both played amazing, incredible games against both Comet and Lucy, who did a fantastic job. Just remember that we have raised $125 for Point of Pride. And about this amazing charity, since 2016, they have provided life-changing, gender-affirming support to tens of thousands of trans people around the world.
Trans rights.
And they provide trans rights. Where's the Among Us? And they provide financial aid towards gender-affirming surgery, hormone replacement therapy, telehealth access, permanent hair removal services, and more. They also provide free chest binders and femme shapewear garments to trans people who cannot afford them.
Exactly. And we are very happy to be part of a larger initiative from Pokemon Pride, as Dawn mentioned in the beginning. And we thought, why not? You know, since we do the Girly Pop Cup as a fundraiser, why not help a big project that is already on the way and raised, I believe it's over $100,000, which is crazy.
Wow.
I think so. I think I saw something. It's just a lot of fucking money that they
It's a lot of money.
they have raised. But anyway, we also it's great. Welcome. We
Ewa.
we wah. Anyway,
We want.
we just wanted to announce that there is a little bit of a special prize that we're gonna give one of our amazing players. So we thought
Absolutely.
that throughout the entire competitions, of course, there are a bunch of different things that you have to do as a player. But we asked our players to decide and vote who was the friendliest of them all. So out of everyone, who is their friendly rival? So officially, from now on, we are officially launching the Friendly Rival Award. Okay?
Yeah.
And this time around, okay, Miss Congeniality. And this time around, our players have voted. The voting was intense.
Oh my gosh, we got a raid.
We got a
raid from VI Mocha.
Period. Hi, Mocha. For everybody
Hi.
who doesn't know,
Hi.
Mocha.
I'm Lynn.
For everybody who doesn't know, Mocha is the last winner of the last Girly Pop Cup. He won against everybody using a spupa, an Eviolite spupa, and clocked all the bitches. You know, Larry used
love Larry.
Rage Powder, exactly.
We
Larry
love
the
Larry.
Spupa. And we love that, like, every other Pokemon had, like, a cunty name, like an artist name, and Spupa was named Larry, which is incredible.
It was so sickening.
It just added. And then we asked Mocha, do you have anything to say? Like, what would we want to say after winning? Mocha stopped, said, turned around, and then recited without missing a beat that one meme of that one Filipino woman saying, "Hi, I'm Lynn."
I'm Lynn from Las Vegas. Oh my God, Zane's in chat too from the third Girly Pop Cup.
Okay, from the lost Girly Pop Cup.
We have all the winners here today.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, hello, all the winners. Hello, all the winners. Anyway, hi, Zane. Zane is our third winner. She is from Australia. So it is probably like, yeah, it's 4 a.m. for the girl. We know where her pussy
Not
is.
Australia.
Anyway, so with that being said, thank you so much for bringing your people. Here, Mocha, you got here writing time for us to announce that the winner of the friendly rival for the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride is Mikki Miraj.
Yay, Mikki!
Mikki, you won.
Congratulations, Mikki.
My pussy is in bed, be so for real. You know, but girl, I never said it. The only thing is that I know you're here. But Mikki, congratulations. You won the voting. You won the vote. So you are the friendly rival. And what does the friendly rival win, Dawnstone?
The friendly rival wins
vaginal rejuvenation. No, the friendly rival
vaginal
wins...
rejuvenation.
No, the friendly rival wins a code for the game that we just showed today, Spirit Swap. And we are all going to, and congratulations, Mikki, you get the title, and you also get a code for Spirit Swap, which we just saw. Such a fun game, and bragging rights. That's a great point, Chalora. And also bragging rights. Mikki is in the chat. Congratulations, Mikki. You are the winner of the friendly rival. Your fellow Girly Pops voted, and you won. Did she already reveal the theme for the next Girly Pop Cup? What do you mean the theme for the next Girly Pop Cup? Bald?
Oh, wait, because no, they don't know that. That's backstage tea.
Oh my God,
Zane, they don't know that.
We didn't even agree on the next theme. So
we haven't even started thinking about it,
exactly.
Actually.
So y'all stop. So Mikki won. I would like to dedicate this win to white privilege. She failed me in life, and she failed me in my qualifying battles.
Well, she didn't exist for a while to the point where Chalora forgot about her. So.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And with that being said, sorry, go on, Dawn.
Y'all are just amazing. Thank you again to everybody who has been a part of this in any way. Thank you so much to everyone for like putting your 150% in. It's been absolutely fantastic doing all of this. And let's now talk a little bit about like some of our favorite moments from Mikki, since she is our friendly rival. I always love having Mikki's energy around. She's always such a key. I love like that like energy and that bounce. You can tell that she has that like hosting ability when she is presenting, when she is competing, and she just really brings this like extra level of just like this extra level of cunt to the competition that I feel like a lot of people just don't like, that like a lot of people just like relate to, and she's just like a warm person to be around and always so friendly and inviting and welcoming. So like, I love you, Mikki. That's my sister.
Yeah, Mikki, you always kept the energy up during the whole entire thing. And for me, editing as well, the entire thing was also very, you made editing also easier and fun, because I could always count on you for a reaction or for a comment. And that was really, really fierce to make our episodes more fun and to make our episodes, to do a cool flow for the episodes. And I really like how Mikki always presents her best self, and I think that's a quality that is not, it's not lost on me, and it's not lost on me as well that Mikki is an incredible person with an amazing heart. And I'm very happy to see her being recognized for that. So you know what? Period.
Tuve low.
Tuve low. I'm
You're
painting
painting for a doggy pride brunch.
And you know what?
Rough.
Are you gonna perform at
The
a pub
doggy
party?
dolls.
Are you gonna go with the
The
pup
doggy dolls, honey. The doggy dolls.
The doggy dolls, the pup play dolls, girl. Paws up, furries. Ooh,
Put your paws up.
The real life hound hours are gonna be out, and my dogs will be barking. Well, and you know what, Diva?
Well,
I'll take pics.
yes.
I think it is a pup play party, and you know what? Period. We love. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
We love gay.
We love gay.
All right. So, and it looks like now we're going to be doing some code giveaways, as well. And we also want to know in the audience, who are we rooting for? Are we rooting for Droomish or are we rooting for Mari? Please vote in chat once that poll comes up. And we can see that. But
Period.
while that is going down, let's also do a little code giveaway. So we have two codes that we're going to be giving away through some trivia questions that Robbie will send in chat. The first person who gets the answer will get the code that is sent to them through the Twitch Whisper.
Exactly. And just for you to win the raffle, you have to write down the name of the Pokemon that you think answers the riddle. And then the first person to write the name of the correct Pokemon will get the game.
Let's see.
The first one is really hard. I couldn't guess it. The second one, it was a little easier, but the first one was really, really hard.
All
Robbie,
right.
would you like
Maybe
to?
she is the Kukaracha of drag.
Would you like to give some tips? Keep guessing, everybody. Keep guessing. Keep guessing until you
Keep guessing. We believe
you get
in
them.
you.
And do not put anything. Just you don't have to. Period, Gabby. You won. You won. Period. The second raffle was won by Gabby Games. Period. Now the first raffle. Who is the Pokemon? Answer the riddle. Vivian with a princess streak. Dio Gimme Go. It's a good time. 365 Party Go. Who's that Pokemon? For the first one, as Robbie said, think of the numbers.
666 with the princess streak. Dial 999. It's a good time. 365 Party Girl. Bumping that.
Okay. You got it? Okay, Comet, then go on.
Answer
Okay,
is
Mr. LARPUS,
Walrein.
period.
Well, yes. Come on, Mr.
LARPUS
LARPUS.
won. LARPUS, congratulations for winning a game code. Are you so happy and excited for winning it?
Because Pokemon number 365 is Walrein.
So okay, so I got it. Okay.
We got there eventually.
When Robbie sent that to me, was like, what do you think of this? I was like,
well, Vivian is Pokemon number 666. Gimme Ghoul is Pokemon number 999. So Pokemon 365 is the answer to the riddle.
yeah. And again, when I told Robbie, I said, Robbie, I'm stupid, but someone will probably get that, and I'm glad they did. And I'm very happy they did. And that's Umbrat. And that is Umbrat. But now
Bumpin' Brat.
Bumping Brat. So congratulations to LARPUS and Gabby Games for getting your free game. For everybody else who would like to know more about the game or get yourself a treat or get someone else a treat, ! Swap. The link is in the chat, and you can buy yourself the game. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a really fun game. It's a really cool game. It played a few times during the wait period, the intermissions and the breaks. So we are now almost done with the Girly Pop Cup, Colors of Pride. The next best of three we have to do is the grand finale between Droomish and Mari. So I wanted to know I want you to sound in the comments, who do you want to win? Either are you rooting for Droomish or rooting for Mari? And while that happens, Dawn and I decided that it would be fun, interesting, and devilicious if we maybe battled each other. You know? To show everyone how amazing, incredible, and amazing we are at playing Pokemon VGC.
Yes!
So we're gonna see on a best of one who is the best sister at playing, who's the best stone sister at playing some VGC. And for that to happen, we'll go on a short break to prepare that battle. And after that battle is done, we are gonna go straight to the finals with Mari and Droomish. So stay here. I'm probably gonna flop comment. I don't even have a comeback to you. But anyway, so stay tuned. We're gonna go on a short intermission, and once we are back, it's gonna be me against Dawn, and then straight to the finale. So straight. I know, right? Then gay to the finale. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Bye.
Bye.
Send it to me, Rachel.
Mother.
You
Bella Hadid.
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Period.
Real here. No ma'am.
Fail!
Oh, the fracking?
Bye.
Catch!
Go!
Oh!
Take care of yourself.
Rain on me. Fail!
Go!
Bye.
Fail!
What's the motherfucking tea, everybody? Beyonce!
Fail! Squirting contest!
Bye.
Catch!
Go!
Squirting contest!
It's on X o'clock.
Fail!
Y'all, it's very dry.
Period.
Chocolate play.
No ma'am.
The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls. No ma'am.
Can I help you, bitch?
It's on X o'clock.
Period.
Catch!
Go!
Squirting contest! Wanna try my rose toy? Catch!
Go!
It's Bella Hadid.
Stop!
Miss Jackson.
Fail! Catch!
Go!
Rain on me.
The Bluetooth device.
Back rolls.
Jets as sweet as St. Lucia.
Up next, Mikki Miraj.
Hi everybody, it's me, Mikki Miraj, the magically melanated princess of drag, out of drag today, representing the color white. I wanted to go in a slightly different direction. I wanted to represent my team that I'm bringing to the competition with one speed paint. So I was like, how can I get the entire team in one photograph that I have to draw in an hour? Like I did not have a lot of time, but I think I succeeded and I'm excited to talk to you about it. I'd love to cordially invite you guys to the white party that my team is representing. And of course, how could I invite you to this party without the one and the only my mousehold named Twinks? So, Twinks, take it away. As you can see, we have Twinks in all of their costumes. When I was coming up with my team, I wanted to highlight what white as a color is all about. It's the absence of color in pigment, but it's the inclusion of all colors in the light spectrum. And all that to say is about pairing, and it's about supporting. It's about altering what's already there and making it shine and sparkle the most. So my supportive mons are the most, like, the highlight of my team. As you can see, our mother here. And what that really, the reason I went in that direction was because I'm a drag queen and I wanted my team to know that the body is tea and also a temple, which you are free to decorate, ding, as you please. So I wanted to show you my whole team by Alcremie decorating the mouse hold with her beautiful salted cream frosting. So we have, as you can see in the top, we have Whitewash, my Alcremie, going ahead and getting the girlies ready for the white party. All of the mouse holds are wearing costume pieces made of frosting that represent a team member. And if you like, I'll just go ahead and go down. It's not a surprise anymore, huh? We have our beautiful, shy, bashful diva, Reshi Ram. When she opens her mouth, she's got the most to say, but she's very demure and very shy, as you can see. Being terrorized by the ultimate icon, Butch Body Queen, Calyrex Ice. Got her horn and her cape on and her little boots, her Prada Balenciagas on, made of ice, well, frosting. And over here on the side, we have our Chinchino and a Whimsicott. So the whole vibe of this party was, I was kind of thinking my team just like...
Hi everyone, we're back. I am your least favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen, and I'm back with...
Robbie for short. No, I'm kidding. My name is Comet Core. I have gone from being a participant in this Girly Pop Cup. This is my face reveal.
Oh. Surprise!
Surprise! We are going to see a show match between our second Girly Pop Cup winner, Miss Dawn Stone, and the person who made me the pork chop of that season. So embarrassing.
Been there.
And our host of this, and our other host, her sister, Miss Shiny Stone. I'm so excited.
These teams are full of really strong Pokemon. There's no babies, as far as I can see. And do we have any predictions? Do you have predictions? I don't really have predictions.
I think that Dawn is going to have a really good showing. And that's just me being biased because Shiny has a very much a 50-50 shot when it comes to like battling. As we have seen with all of his content and like his live streams and whatnot. But that's just me pulling his leg. I think they'll do a really good job. I'm excited to see the return of the Walking Wake and Ho-Oh combo, and the Koraidon as well with the Orichalcum Pulse. Walking Wake, it can go either way in terms of the weather, with even whether it's sunny or it's rainy, the Hydro Steam is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Pokemon are
we're
shiny.
out with the Slitherwing and the Grimmsnarl, as well as Ho-Oh and Incineroar on Dawn's side. Look how beautifully those two match together with their white fur.
I know, and it's so nice to see Slitherwing standing on its hind legs rather than being on all fours. It's just a very nice visual to see. I don't know, it's very pleasing.
I like it. The Slitherwing's booster energy with photosynthesis did activate its special defense, so that's going to be increased by 50%, or 30%, sorry.
Absolutely, and that'll be really helpful for Ho-Oh because it is a special for protecting against Ho-Oh, because it is such a very heavy special attacker. And with Slitherwing being a bug type, being 4 times weak to the flying type moves from Ho-Oh, that will hopefully be very helpful here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, Dawn's Ho-Oh is a physical attacker.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'm curious, this is our first Grimmsnarl we've seen today, so it is a setup type Pokemon, which is very exciting. So similar to the Sylveon or the Klefki that we've seen earlier.
And Grimmsnarl also has Ice there.
That's true.
Prankster also has Prankster, so it will move before any other Pokemon. That's why Prankster is such a really powerful ability to have. And we're seeing the terrestrialization from Ho-Oh to a ground type. I want to say maybe here hoping Dawn is expecting a Thunder Wave from the Grimmsnarl, and because this is an open team sheet, but instead Shiny going for the Reflect here.
We have the Terra Bug on Slitherwing as well. And unfortunately, that's really bad for the Brave Bird that just came in from Ho-Oh, taking it out.
It just wasn't enough. That Reflect and the Terrestrialization Debug just wasn't enough to withstand the Brave Bird from the Ho-Oh. The Flare Blitz not doing too much on the Grimmsnarl, but Incineroar is the pivot on Dawn's team with the Intimidates and the Parting Shot. Not as bulky as the rest of her team.
Yeah, I think Shiny had too much Slither and not enough Wing, but Grimmsnarl did put up that Reflect earlier, which is super helpful against that Incineroar, thankfully. So that's coming in play.
It's a really funny visual to see Ho-Oh with a ground Terra Jewel on its head, but it's flying in the air. I really wish that maybe they would have coded that into the game, like, oh, you have a ground Terra type, or you're no longer flying. Maybe you have a sitting animation, or an idle sitting animation. I don't know, that would have been really cool.
That was something we saw in some of the ROM hacks for, I think, BDSP, where they finally let the flying Pokemon land on the ground.
Nintendo, we don't know what those are.
Let them touch the ground! Let them rest!
And we're seeing a switch from the Incineroar onto the Koraidon. Hoping here that the Sacred Fire, maybe from the Ho-Oh, will have more power.
Also getting rid of that rain.
And also getting rid of that rain, absolutely. The Icy Wind connecting on both of these Pokemon, lowering the speed for both of them, which will hopefully be really good for the Kyogre to withstand a little more of those moves coming its way, considering it's probably very bulky.
Here's another of the Brave Bird coming out. One hit KO on that Kyogre.
Shiny is going to need to pull something out of his little bag of tricks, because Shiny is out here getting demolished.
Now this is Horsey, but it's a different kind of Horsey, as Horsey is another Pokemon that you would see with a different name. But this one's much stronger, so hopefully, hopefully we can get that grounded bird out of the sky.
I love that Grimmsnarl's nickname is Producer, because it is a setup Pokemon, helping to support the rest of the team, more or less pulling the strings in behind the scenes for the rest of the team. It's so fun. We're seeing Protect from both sides of the field here, probably expecting some big damage. And the Ho-Oh going in for the Earthquake. I think that was a pretty good read on Shiny's part to protect the Ice Rider Calyrex in this turn. But unfortunately, the Grimmsnarl is probably going down.
Ouch, yeah. The Earthquake with the increased damage from the Terra type as well.
And it seems like it's curtains for Shiny in this moment, considering that Dawn has 4 healthy Pokemon still available to her.
Well, Callie wrecked. More like it.
Absolutely. I would say that the competition is really starting to heat up in this moment, because, you know, that Sacred Fire was really hot. Not that's why he hosts the event, Comet. Don't be shady. Be a lady.
True. I mean, we can be shady, but Dawn took out some of y'all, as in the people in the competition as well, so...
I'm seeing someone in the chat saying, Zane in the chat saying, maybe if Shiny had brought Florges, maybe he would have stand a chance. But we are going to go to break now, as the battle has finished. This is an exhibition match, so it was simply a best of one. Who Are we rooting for Team Gray, Team Pink? I personally would love to see the pink supremacy here at the Girly Pop Games. But Cholara, what say you?
I was also Team Pink, but I didn't want to be like unfair, so I feel like I had to say.
I mean, at the end of the day, I know that we're supposed to be casters and we have to be unbiased, but you know, I love an underdog story, so Mari's really gonna bring in the good competition. So I'm really excited to see also how Droomish will adapt to those situations. But we will see in this finale match upcoming.
And don't forget, we are still raising money for Point of Pride. You can check that in the pinned message above in the chat. Thank you all so much.
I remember thinking,
Hello, uglies.
We love gay.
Brown cow. Stunning.
Great girth on this one.
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Oh, Lord.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
You gave your pussy to Bluetooth device.
So nasty.
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
my pussy's on fire.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Back rolls. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
The biggest mistake to Bluetooth device.
I'm raw dogging it today.
Tacos behind you. Take care of yourself. I remember thinking,
Beyonce!
Up my ass.
5 pumpkin.
Uh-oh.
Bonjour, mademoiselle, to Bluetooth device.
Go.
5 pumpkin.
I'm just gonna put crystals in my ass from now on.
Hold on to your vaginas.
XD.
Oh, Lord.
Katrina. Bitch.
Well.
I remember thinking,
Beyonce!
Up my ass.
5 pumpkin.
Fuck you.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Yalla, habibi. Let's get swapping.
Spirit swap. Lo-fi beats to match 3-2.
ever lost a retro console to the ever-flowing passage of time? Hi, my name's Shalora, and I'm a stupid bitch. Cry about it. It won't help. You can go to the retro game store and buy one that's way overpriced. Is this a game that won't provide a load when you blow? You blow and you shove and 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 you blow and you shove. You won't work. God damn it. Has your Banjo Tooie gone Banjo Kablooey? Is there something wrong with your Donkey Kong? Are you too poor to buy another Mario 64?
Uh-oh. What's wrong, little gay person? Are you feeling down? Low energy? Like all your friends are 10 steps ahead of you, and you just can't keep up. Well, don't worry, because I have just the product for you. It's called Mio Boost. Every time I take a little dose of Mio Boost, I feel like I level up or something. I get it. It sounds like it's too good to be true. Well, lucky for you, I have a little code that you can use. Use code BOOSTMEUP, baby, woohoo! For 10% off of your first purchase of Mio Boost. Now turn that frown upside down, little gay person, and let's get sickening with Mio Boost.
Mio Corporation is not responsible for any overdosing of slay or gaggery. Furthermore, any litigation are impossible because Mio Corporation is not liable for anything at all whatsoever. Bam!
Look at me!
Bella Hadid.
Catch! Look at the merch! Period.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
Oh, wow. That was crazy.
It is hot out here.
I don't want to do all of that.
Bye. Sickening tea boots.
It's Annex o'clock.
I'm about to.
Bam! Bitch!
Boots.
Bam! You bitch!
It's Annex o'clock.
I remember thinking,
Sucking dick and cock, like I'm just.
Back rolls.
It's Annex o'clock. It's Annex o'clock.
the Bluetooth device.
Back rolls.
Snatch my whip.
A chicken. Rickon.
A fairy.
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Back rolls.
No ma'am.
I'm about to.
Bitch! Period.
I remember thinking,
Oh my god.
I'm about to.
Bitch! Lucy is tearing through me!
Girl.
I remember thinking,
Bam!
GG though. That was so much fun.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
And last but certainly not least, Sam.
Hey y'all, let's get into it. Me as a gym leader, I think that we have to get back to our gay sources and reference the next coming events for the gay community, which is Pokemon Licenza. With the new Lumio City, who is coming into a rearrangement plan, the gyms are getting centered into the city and not the whole region. So as an archaeologist and a genius trainer, the Pokemon League contacted me to invest into the Lumio's Museum Gym project. And I'll tell you girls, the funds that they get for gym leaders, I needed to get a bag. So I know that you will think about having a rock type gym, but I'm getting into psychic, girl. Get into it. My team is composed of antiques, relics, anything that references mythology, because it has that history but also that mystic undertone with it. So for my team, you will see a lot of historical reference. For my gym, the intendant will tell you that to access the gym, you will have to get 3 tokens that are called Dogu. The Dogu of the Flamboyant Gay Man, the Dogu of the I Know What You Are, and the Dogu of the...
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gabby Snyder. I'm joined by the absolutely fabulous Chilora, who has done an incredible job casting a lot today. We are going to be... Oh, I'm actually here with Robbie. I'm sorry, Robbie. I didn't realize
No.
that you were here with me.
We did establish earlier some lore that I am a now drag impersonator. So I was impersonating you earlier, and now I am here as Chilora.
No way. All right. Well, I gotta get my monitor checked as we're jumping straight into this final battle. I think. Can you confirm? I'm not sure I trust my eyes right now.
This is the final battle between Mari with her gray team and droomish with their pink team. Both very fierce competitors. Mari is very much a numbers gal who thinks about all of the little different nuances and has a lot of VGC experience. Droomish really thinking about more of an unorthodox approach to the competition, and obviously having a little more of a restricted, limited pool of Pokemon to choose from. I love seeing Palkia in this lineup.
I was gonna say, you say unorthodox, but I feel like a lot of Drew's strategies can be traced to like fundamentals, let's say. You know, you have the Flamigo, which if anybody's familiar with speedrunning in Scarlet and Violet, you know that it is one of the most powerful Pokemon that you can get early in the game. You have Kyogre, which is one of the strongest restricted Pokemon out there if you look at it sort of on its own. It can do a ton of damage, it sets the rain for itself, and then Origin Pulse or Water Spout, you take your pick, really. In this case, it's going to be that Origin Pulse. And then Palkia, especially in its Origin form, has a surprisingly high special attack that then also benefits from the Lustrous Globe that it's holding. So, no restricteds out on the field to start. It's actually going to be that Tinkaton and Sylveon versus Klefki and Iron Hands to begin.
Absolutely, and I'm thinking that Droomish is going to go for the Reflect Light Screen strategy that we saw in the first set of matches against Comet to really start protecting the Tinkaton with the heavy damage that it'll probably provide for the opponent's side.
But if that's what Drew's hoping for, then Mari can also match this Sylveon screen for screen with the Klefki. Klefki will have the benefit of setting up those screens a little bit quicker thanks to its prankster ability, but at the end of the day, we're at its very similar board state with 2 physical attackers pairing off with 2 Pokemon that are set more for support. Now, to Iron Hand's detriment, it will struggle a little bit against the naturally fairy-type Tinkaton. Those Play Roughs are going to be doing a lot more damage, and of course, could also be trading Fake Outs, but instead it will be a single Fake Out to start the game off.
I think that was a really strong play by Droomish to have the Fake Out onto the Klefki to prevent the double screen strategy that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Heavy Slam going into the Sylveon, dealing a really heavy amount of damage. It has done its job to use the Reflect, so perhaps maybe Droomish doesn't need to utilize the Sylveon any longer.
Perhaps, but you have to wonder if there's an opportunity here to sneak in one last move on that Sylveon before it gets knocked out. And it will be the Hyper Voice.
Absolutely. Really strong damage, especially with that Pixelate ability. Sylveon is my second favorite Pokemon ever, and I know all the potential that Sylveon can bring onto a competitive battle. The Electric type move connecting with the Sylveon, knocking it out of the field. Mari, not so surprisingly, very in an advantageous position in this competition.
You would think so in terms of the Pokemon count, but I think what's really interesting is that Drew has done a really good job at just focusing solely on setup to kick off this competition. Going for the screen and then going for that sword stance on the Tinkaton to boost its attack by 2 stages. Whereas Mari has been taking a more traditional approach of having one Pokemon that's focusing more on, setting up the defensive options, getting that reflect up, and then another Pokemon to deal damage. Now that there is 2 attackers on Drew's side of the field, though, having the support Pokemon still standing on Mari's is going to be really helpful, as thanks to that Thunder Wave, had Iron Hand stuck around to attack this turn, it would have been able to outspeed and potentially knocked it out with a Wild Charge, but instead we'll just be taken out with 5 Play Rough.
Absolutely. The Thunder Wave connecting onto the Flamigo, cutting its speed in half, and it also might be a little of a detriment to droomish with those, paralysis. And as Mari sends out the Urshifu, the gay ace combo here to really set us apart from, traditional competition settings.
Yeah, and there's nothing stopping Mari from going for additional Thunder Waves at this point in time as well. Tinkaton is still in a position where it just has to land these Play Roughs, and it will be taking knockouts left and right. But given Play Rough's accuracy, and then also given the chance of a Thunder Wave paralysis, that's really what Mari can hope for. You can also Terastallize the Urshifu into that poison typing so you at least resist Play Rough, but remember that Tinkaton is at +2 attack, and its attack stat is already pretty high as it is, so it's tough to say whether or not this will make a difference. But instead it looks like Mari will be going on the offense this turn.
Ooh, that Surging Strike's really piling on the damage onto that Flamigo, taking the knockout for another knockout for Mari so far.
And now it's just going to be that Tinkaton left to attack, and again, the big question here is just how much will this Play Rough do to the now Poison type Urshifu, and there's our answer right there. Even with the Sword Stance, that's just nowhere near enough damage to pick up a KO, so great game knowledge there from Mari. I think Drew really has to start thinking about their strategy going into game number 2 if in terms of adjustments here, because Mari does have the Pokemon advantage and still has the Klefki around to make Kyogre's time honestly a little bit difficult here. You have the opportunity to threaten paralysis, you can set up Light Screen to weaken an Origin Pulse or an Ice Beam. The nice thing about the poison typing on the Urshifu is that at least your Origin Pulses are going to be at what is going to be their full power thanks to the rain, but really, again, it's an uphill battle for this Kyogre in this position, and I think the Protect here from Drew is wise to try and just find yourself an opening.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was going to say. There is a potential for droomish to turn this around with that spread Origin Pulse from the Kyogre. We see the Urshifu going in for the Surging Strikes onto the Tinkaton, unfortunately grabbing Mari's 3rd knockout in this battle. It is really difficult for droomish to pull this around. Mari has 3 healthy Pokemon still available at their disposal.
And we don't even know what that final Pokemon is from Drew's perspective. So one would assume that it would be that Kyurem White in the back of Mari's party if we were talking about a more traditional approach to Regulation I, but as Mari showed earlier on in this tournament, you don't necessarily need to bring your restricted Pokemon when you have that Urshifu and Klefki side by side.
Exactly. We see the Urshifu going for a Detect here. Mari sacrificing the Klefki and the Origin Pulse.
Okay.
Droomish going for the Origin Pulse under the rain, trying to go for as much damage as possible, but unfortunately, with the Protect, with the Protect happening, it's going to be. Ooh. Sorry, I got distracted by the Reflect wearing off, which not super helpful for droomish considering that Kyogre is a special attacker, but, and you called it correctly, it is the Kyurem White in the back.
Let's talk about that Thunder Wave miss though, because that was pretty clutch for Drew. That's the opening you hope for here. You are still in a very tough spot. It is an uphill battle. Freeze Dry is not your best friend right now, but if this is an opening, this is it.
And the freeze dry connects onto the Kyogre, and Mari grabs her final knockout. It really was looking like it was gonna turn up into, into Droomish's favor potentially, but just the Kyurem White and that freeze dry is so powerful. If maybe potentially Kyogre had a little more speed invested onto it, maybe it could have dealt a lot more damage, especially because the Urshifu, now terrestrialized as a poison type, is going to have neutral damage towards with the water type attacks.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, the only option for speed control on Drew's team is on that Kyogre itself. And this was something that I had to double check when I was looking at the team sheets. Kyogre actually gets access to Bulldoze, which is something you don't see every day. Had this been a bit of a different board position and had the Kyogre been faster, it still would have been an uphill battle for sure, but that was the best possible opening for Drew. And I think, honestly, just the reveal of that Kyurem White at the end of that game number 1, getting that information out of the way is going to be the best possible win you could hope for in that situation. Because now going into game number 2, you can anticipate having that Pokemon in the back of Mari's party potentially, and maybe adjust your game plan so that the Tinkaton is waiting in the back of your party, so that it is your best answer to that Pokemon and it will be hanging around. You could also maybe consider bringing the Palkia as a possible adjustment, as Palkia Origin Form tends to be a bit naturally faster than the Kyogre. It's possible that depending on how these Pokemon are trained, maybe it could be naturally faster than the Kyurem White. Though, again, it really just depends on how Pokemon are trained, and there's a lot of information here that we don't know. But that could be another option here. Robbie, what are you thinking in terms of adjustments that these trainers could make?
I have been noticing that Drew really enjoys bringing in that Flamigo, but they're not utilizing their Co-Star ability to its fullest potential. Possibly if they could get one or two Sword Stances up on that Tinkaton, and then potentially bringing out that Flamigo to deal with that Kyurem later on in the battle, that also could be a potential strategy that could turn the tide of battle for Droomish.
For sure. I mean, we saw the Sword Stance with the Tinkaton as well, so there is potential there to have that line up a little bit better. I almost want to see Drew, with that in mind, do like a complete reversal, right? Like lead the Kyogre Palkia.
Absolutely.
Just go all in.
Absolutely. At this point, deal so much damage.
All right. Well, it looks like no restricted Pokemon in the lead, unfortunately.
We are seeing a similar, or the same leads as the last time with Sylveon and Tinkaton versus the Klefki and the Urshifu, possibly going in for that same strategy as the last time. Potentially, we will see that fake out from the Tinkaton going into the Klefki, but this time around, I would try to go a little more on the offensive, especially with that Urshifu, who is going to deal incredible amounts of damage because Searching Strike's always dealing critical hits. It is a big threat for Droomish's team.
It is a big threat, and those critical hits will always break through Reflect as well. Not in the sense that it'll remove it from the field, but it'll just ignore it in terms of the damage calculation. So even though you can't stop Sylveon from setting up the screen, there's almost a disincentive for it to go for it. And instead, it's almost like the Sylveon would rather Hyper Voice, knowing that it could deal enough damage to just take that Urshifu down outright, and possibly even pressure a turn 1 terrestrialization from Mari in this position. So you do have to worry about the double, or I guess not a double detect, but just a detect from that Urshifu this turn. But next turn, Mari's going to have to really think about her options.
Droomish unfortunately going for the fake out onto the Urshifu comparison to the previous match, allowing Mari to go for a Thunder Wave onto the Sylveon, potentially leaving it in a tough spot, not being able to move. Wasting a turn is really important for the other opponent to get a leg up on the competition.
For sure. You don't see it as often now in Regulation I, at least maybe in this tournament, but with the power level so high, every single turn that you're dealing damage really matters, and turns where you can mitigate damage thanks to terrestrialization, or turns that your opponent just misses out on damage due to attack misses, due to fully paralyzations, all those nasty things that can happen, really mess things up. And looking to see that Drew made an adjustment here with the water terrestrialization on that Tinkaton, it looks like both these trainers are trying to set up their defenses a bit stronger in the early game.
Absolutely. I think it would have been really interesting to see Tinkaton running a Terra Blast with a water type Terra Blast, just because it has Rain Dance as part of. Does droomish have? No, droomish doesn't have Rain Dance as part of the team. Mari does. Mari set it up with the Clef Key. But we see the Surging Strikes going onto the Tinkaton, and that was a good play from droomish, a good read from droomish to resist some of those really powerful attacks.
To resist for sure, but it still did so much damage at the end of the day, and that's just the unfortunate thing about Urshifu just having a naturally higher power level. I think that Drew's going to have to think really tough about the positioning from here on out, because you know there's the chance of the Kyurem White in the back, you know that the Hyper Voice now is not going to do a lot of damage, but having that Palkia switch in here, this is a great adjustment from Drew that is more than capable of taking on the Urshifu, and also taking less damage from the Surging Strikes. A lot less, as a matter of fact.
Exactly. With the 4 times resistance, there's going to need to be an adjustment from Mari on the field. This is good that droomish is applying those adjustments to give Mari some pressure so that we can, maybe potentially droomish can get some knockouts this time around, some significant knockouts this time around. We saw the Sylveon going in for the Reflect. Both of the sides of the field have a screen up, which will be really interesting to see if, they can overcome. The Urshifu, like you said, will, what is the word that I'm looking for? Penetrate those Reflect screens, so... Yeah.
That is certainly a word for it. But yes, and maybe that's why the Urshifu switched out as well, to save that good wordplay for later.
Exactly. I believe we're seeing a Thunder Wave from the Clef Key going in, potentially to put some pressure on Droomish's Palkia because it is such a bulky and powerful Pokemon. But we see the Protect going in, and I would really love to see the Sylveon going in for that Hyper Voice for some really intense damage, especially for the Iron Hands. Its fighting typing, it would be weak to Fairy, really grabbing just massive amounts of damage. And there it is. Oh, but that doesn't deal so much.
But it does enough to ensure that a follow-up attack from the Palkia or potentially even another Hyper Voice will be enough for the knockout. And I think that's the important thing for Drew, is that they are slowly but surely whittling down Mari's Pokemon. Yes, Mari's landing these Thunder Waves. Yes, there are screens upon screens at this point on the field, but really, when you're playing an opponent that is taking such a slow approach to the game, the best thing you can do is sort of match their pace and just try and get so much damage on the field so that when your big hitter comes out, maybe it's a Kyogre, maybe it's something else like your Tinkaton, you are in that position where you can get that one big hit and pick up the KO. And if your Pokemon's below half health, that's usually enough.
And we're seeing the switch from the Palkia back into the Tinkaton, taking the Thunder Wave instead, and the Heavy Slam going from the Iron Hands onto the Sylveon, dealing a really heavy amounts of damage. And the Sylveon, that paralysis really coming in clutch for Mari in this moment.
Yeah, that is a very unfortunate full paralysis there, but unfortunately that's just why you run Thunder Wave in these kind of situations. It's another way to ensure that you have the upper hand, and while Fake Out will stop the Iron Hands from attacking this turn and give the Sylveon one more opportunity to land that critical Hyper Voice, it's able to do so this time. I had to pause there for a moment because I forgot about the flinch text from the fake out. I was like, oh no, not again.
I was also a little bit on the edge of my seat thinking, is the Sylveon going to hit the Hyper Voices turn? Because I really want to see, like I said, Sylveon is one of my all-time favorites. I really enjoy the power level that it's able to showcase for us here.
It's a tough spot for Drew, though, because every turn you're focusing down on the attacking Pokemon that Mari has, you're still forced to ignore that Klefki. And as soon as the Palkia and your final Pokemon make a return to the field, it's going to be in a position where it can go for those Thunder Waves. And maybe we'll see another Thunder Wave miss, I don't know, but you don't necessarily want to count on that. So if I were in Drew's position at this point, I'd be trying to think what I could do to try and land a KO on that Klefki. And I feel like it's Gigaton Hammer time. Like, I think that's the only thing that could try and even get close to knockout damage on this Pokemon. And even then, it's going to be a tough sell with Reflect up on the field.
Absolutely. We see the Surging Strikes knocking out the Sylveon, which unfortunately wasn't going to be able to do much against the Urshifu. The only offensive move that Sylveon has is Hyper Voice, which with Pixelate becomes Fairy. But that Gigaton Hammer doing a good chunk of damage for the Urshifu, chipping away at that damage, like you said, really important for later.
So, tough decisions for Drew now. We know that there's the Palkia Origin form in the back. You have to assume that there's also maybe the Kyogre. Could also be the Flamigo, which would be an interesting final Pokemon and could, you know, sort of justify why we're seeing the return of the Palkia in this board position. But still, that Palkia will have to essentially break through the paralysis this turn, either by dodging it or just attacking in spite of it. Or just ignoring it with a Protect. That's valid too.
That is valid too, and it will be interesting to see. We can assume that it is the Kyurem White in the back for Mari as well, because she also has a Pokemon that she has not revealed to Drew in this moment.
Yeah, unfortunately for that Palkia, by protecting itself from the Thunder Wave, it does make you vulnerable to any of the Urshifu's attacks, thanks to the Unseen Fist ability. So that Drain Punch doing a decent chunk of damage and also healing up the Urshifu, which is not great, but we're still virtually in the same board position that we were the last turn. It's still really just the Thunder Waves game at this point.
Absolutely. We're hopefully the Palkia will be able to deal some really heavy damage. I can see Mari in her head thinking maybe the Rain Dance isn't the play here, just going for those Thunder Wave as we are seeing it connect onto the Palkia, which will really potentially hinder Palkia's performance.
Oh,
Couldn't move
full
because it's paralysis. Yeah.
That's tough. You have to wonder what that Palkia was targeting and with what. It has Spatial Rend, Hydro Pump, and Earth Power. You know, Spatial Rend into the Urshifu would have done a lot of damage, potentially even a knockout, depending on how it's trained with that light screen. Earth Power into the Klefki as well, also probably very tempting given the Thunder Wave spam that's been going on. Really tough to sort of figure out what the prioritization is right now, but hopefully we'll get to see at least one attack from it. Oh, okay, here we go, here we go.
There's a potential for Palkia to have a comeback. Holding on with a sliver of health. We see the Earth Power connecting onto the Urshifu, bringing it down. There is a knockout for droomish.
That was a critical hit as well, dealing damage through the light screen. I think that Palkia earned that critical hit after everything that's happened in this battle. Oh my goodness. And another full paralysis. This is a tough battle for Drew.
It is, but I think that Drew is holding on. You know, they're really doing a good job to put pressure on Mari. I think both of these players have really done their homework. They've studied each other's teams. They are really putting in the work, adjusting their strategies to. They are really hungry for this win. I really love to see that.
Yeah, and the nice thing for Drew in this position, again, knowing that Kyurem is the final Pokemon for Mari, this Kyurem is holding choice specs. It cannot switch around on the field, so whatever it locks into, Freeze Dry, is going to be its move for the rest of the battle. So we know it'll do super effective damage to the Palkia, to the Tinkaton, But depending on what Drew's final Pokemon is, maybe there's a chance. Also, Gigaton Hammer, still a very, very powerful move.
Absolutely.
Tinkaton can only use it every other turn. That's kind of the downside to it. But if you can find a way to get it to connect a second time, you know, that could be your answer.
Absolutely. I did mention, I was confused a little earlier. I said that, droomish doesn't have Rain Dance on the field, but that is because Kyogre has Drizzle for its ability. So that'll be potentially really helpful for Kyogre to do really huge damage here. The Gigaton Hammer dealing a lot of damage on that Kyurem. Hopefully with that Play Rough, because it is also a Dragon type, it is able to deal a really good amount of damage. We see the Light Screen as well from the Klefki and the Freeze Dry onto the Tinkaton. Another knockout for Mari.
But critically here, did not target the Kyogre, and Kyogre is not paralyzed this turn. So Ice Beam gets the opportunity to connect for the not KO onto that Kyurem, holding on with just 5 HP.
That is truly the kind of moment that we love to see here at the Girly Pop Cup. Two players that are really hungry for that win. There is the potential for, there's a Thunder Wave from the Klefki going on to the Kyogre, slowing it down, potentially for Mari hoping for those full paralysis, and that Freeze Dry doing so much damage. The Kyogre holds on, and the paralysis. Wow. I'm speechless.
Tough. That was an incredibly well played game from Drew. Had Drew moved that turn, and had Drew gone for Origin Pulse, and had it connected with both Pokemon on the opposing side of the field, we would definitely be in a game 3 in this position, because Klefki does not have any attacking moves, but unfortunately Kyogre just could not find a way.
Those RNG moments are truly what define Pokemon battles, and wow, I'm truly speechless. I love seeing these kinds of final matches. This was very exciting. Congratulations to Mari on this incredible win for the Girly Pop Cup. We have a new Ultimate Girly Pop Trainer with us here, folks.
Congratulations to both these trainers. Again, so much creativity in the team building, so much creativity in just how they were approaching the games. I think it was a great adjustment from Drew to leave the Flamigo behind after game 1 to bring the Palkia instead. Just maybe you need to, I don't know, slip Lady Luck a rose or something next time before you start your battle, because that was some tough RNG.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless, honestly.
I agree with the leaving Flamigo behind, as we had mentioned previously. That Flamigo was not doing as much of a starring role. Not doing as much of a co-starring role, if you will, with these battles, but Drew really put up an amazing fight. I love to see that.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have a winner's interview, right? Probably.
Absolutely. We're going to go on a quick intermission so that we can set up that interview portion for our players here, and we will see you momentarily. And remember, this is a donation. This is a charity stream, so please donate for Point of Pride. The trans folks, queer folks everywhere here in the United States are really in need of your help. So thank you so much for those donations, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride.
A puff. Miss Mandarin. A fairy.
Oh! No!
Clock the train.
No, ma'am.
We should totally be back.
Take care of yourself.
Hey!
A cube is a circle.
Bam!
Bitch.
Wait a minute, hold on. Clock the train.
Take care of yourself.
No, ma'am.
The Bluetooth device.
Bitch! Bam!
Bye, pumpkin.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Hey, everybody, it's me!
Master, I have the mind of a master.
Getting weird.
Oh, Lord.
Because this is my real beard.
There's the door, bitch!
Puff.
Bam!
Back rolls.
The Bluetooth device.
Bitch!
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
I just wanted to know, like, what does it feel like to put a flat beer up your ass?
Pussy.
Water.
Take care of yourself.
Uh-oh.
Because this is my real beard.
Hello, uglies. No meow. No meow.
Take care of yourself.
No meow.
Period.
The Bluetooth device.
You bitch!
Rat twink.
This is for Rachel, you big fat white.
I'm looking up at his anal fissure.
Hear my sinner's prayer.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Uh-oh. What's wrong, little gay person? Are you feeling down? Low energy? Like all your friends are 10 steps ahead of you, and you just can't keep up. Well, don't worry, because I have just the product for you. It's called Mio Boost. Every time I take a little dose of Mio Boost, I feel like I level up or something. I get it. I get it. I get it. It sounds like it's too good to be true. Well, lucky for you, I have a little code that you can use. Use code BOOSTMEUP, baby. Woohoo! For 10% off of your first purchase of Mio Boost. Now turn that frown upside down, little gay person, and let's get sickening with Mio Boost.
Neo Corporation is not responsible for any overdosing of slay or gaggery. Furthermore, any litigation are impossible because Neo Corporation is not liable for anything at all whatsoever.
Congratulations to the winner of the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride, LittleBeanMari. And we did it, girl. We did the damn thing.
We did it, Joe.
We are
We did it.
we are here. We did the damn thing. But congratulations for both of you players. You did an incredible job. I was gagging, I was gooping, I was like I was making audible noises, but I was muted so I wouldn't interrupt anybody. But I was making audible noises. I was gagged. It was incredible. I personally love when the RNG like messes with people, because it adds that kind of like, it adds up to the match to be a little bit more intense. So it was really cool to watch.
It felt like that Worlds with the $10,000 Draco Meteor miss. That's how I
crazy.
felt with that last paralysis. Like at that moment, it was just like it was the RNG gods were definitely in the building today.
Exactly, and it was fun. I love when the RNG gods are here. Congratulations, Mari. Congratulations for winning. Congratulations for officially being our 5th winner of the Girly Pop Cup. And the first winner of the Girly Pop Cup in this new format that we tried. And just a reminder, what do you win for going through everything that you went through? A gift, you get a gift card of $100 because we are poor as as organizers. And you get the title of the Ultimate Girly Pop Trainer. So congratulations, Mari.
Not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna get anything, so thank you.
Guess what,
I did this
Mimi?
for fun.
You are. Yeah. So Dawn, on to you, girl.
All right. So, Droomish, how are you feeling after that battle? You did a fantastic job. I'm so proud of you, and I'm also proud of you as well, Mary. Congratulations. But yeah, Droomish, tell us how you're feeling after that battle. How are you feeling participating in the cup?
I mean, let's just say I'm not going to the casino anytime soon. That was harrowing. At the end, ugh, no, that was lovely. I mean, Pokemon is Pokemon, famously, like you said, and I just am really glad that I got to like look capable at all. I kind of thought Mari was going to sweep me. I don't feel super good about my abilities, and I just had a really, really good time and learned a lot as I went along, watching people and kind of studying like how people actually play. It was really cool.
Yeah, no, there's a thing that happens where you definitely get the bug to start playing a little bit more competitive after the Girly Pop Cup. I got it. I know Damsel got it after her first time around. So like seeing like I that's what this whole competition is about introducing people to competitive VGC. And for your question, we have player specific questions here. So which niche character from a random route would actually have a chance at being a Girly Pop Cup winner?
Okay. Can do they have to be from a route? Can I be more
It can
obscure
be just
than that even?
a niche. Do it. Go there.
Okay, okay. I was just writing about this. This is my lovely field of flowers. There's a girl in Ruby Sapphire and Emerald in Pacific Log Town who she tells you, and I think this is like kind of tutorial speak, but she says that she has a copper trainer card, but that means that she's either beaten the Elite Four, has gotten all the contest ribbons, or has cleared the battle facility and gotten like a 50 streak on it, which none of those things are easy. And so it's like kind of a throwaway line, but I think she could cut it. I'm a little interested in Pokemon, I guess.
Just a little bit. No, that is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, no, like, and having a copper trainer card, that is impressive. So wow, that is really, really cool. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for like sharing that little niche tidbit here.
I've always asked myself, who are the people that are able to find these interactions in Pokemon? Because there's so many mini interactions that you're like, I remember there's this one interaction in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire of this little boy looking at the water, and then he just goes into this existential speech about reflection. And I'm like, I know that exists because I saw someone doing it and I thought it was funny. But and I asked myself, who find these things? Now I know Droomish find these things. Droomish is one of the people that knows, and they're like, let me explore this thing here that probably the creators of the game didn't even think about, you know? But I thought it was. I think it's
so
always fun,
interesting.
and I really love when you're constructing your thought process, Droomish. That sometimes you say stuff that out of context is the funniest thing. You literally just said, "Pokemon is Pokemon famously," and you know what? Yes. Well, yes.
Well, yeah. Pokemon is Pokemon famously.
Yeah.
And you also like, I mean, what do you expect from someone when their favorite region is the Sevi Islands? You know? Like
Everything is like, I don't know, every game can be this way. I think if it's taken care enough, taking well enough care of. But like, every game you play, you should talk to like if people exist in an RPG, you should talk to them so that you have fun. Like that's just like, it's not mechanical, but like you will just reap emotional benefits, and then they just wax. Like they're like, this is a real person. This is a real person talking to me, and I can't convey how important that feels to me and how special it is every time I'm like, oh, that was how could you do something like that? Like it's nothing, but it's everything.
I
I
hope
love
you
it so
never start
much.
playing gachas. I genuinely hope you never start playing like a Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, because the yappery with the NPCs, girl, endless. You're gonna create a problem for yourself.
I'm like 7 years on Fire Emblem Heroes. I know.
Oh
I
gosh.
know. You're
And then
right.
Fire Emblem is just random NPCs taken to a whole nother level.
But listen,
So
it's fun. It is cool. Like I think it gives that people like Droomish give you a perspective so you don't have to, in a way. Kind of like they will look at that because they have fun and you get the digestible version for bitches like me that have ADHD and are not able to enjoy a game for so long unless it's very repetitive, you know? Or something like that. So it's really cool. It's really cool. That's really, really cool.
all right, and Shen, you want to go ahead and take over for the interview for Mari?
Absolutely. Mari, congratulations again for being amazing, incredible, and clocking everybody. I just want to do a little bit of a maybe like a recap of your entire experience in a competition, or like your progress in a competition, because I think you battle every single episode we've had in this entire competition. You battled someone, and I think when I look at it, and when I was editing the episodes, it was really cool to watch your progression in terms of like introducing like who you are, and then on the second episode showing like a lot about yourself and who you are and what you like, and making people like curious and trying to understand more, and then and then doing what you do best, girl. From if we think about all the three pillars of Girly Pop Cup, battling people, just clocking everyone and getting everybody, and doing an amazing job at that, which makes for very interesting and very incredible battles. And those are the moments where when we battle in a specific way, or we make a specific Pokemon work, that is how people fall in love with them a lot of the times. And that's a lot of people in the chat were like, oh my god, I never saw Klefki that way. Klefki is actually incredible. And I would like to say that you were all sleeping on Klefki, because Klefki is an icon. Klefki is so iconic. Klefki is the prankster Pokemon for the girly pops. That is Klefki. But what about Whimsicott? Bitch, Klefki stan. People were criticizing that little key thing. Mama, clocking everyone. So anyway,
absolutely.
I would love to hear. You mentioned it a little bit previously today about like your process of building this team, which was really studying this kind of like meta that we kind of created, and then how can you make sure that you have all the tools? How do you now that you've been through all the battles and you've been through everything, how would you reflect on the strategies that you build, and how you were able to play them out in the games?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't bring Ninetales into my team anymore. I didn't use it. I didn't use it a single time. I was just sitting on the bench cheering on the team. It was a niche pick. It was for something I think might have been an issue for my team, but never showed up, so just never brought it. But basically, my thought back then was, I want to have control over the weather, so I'm bringing Sunny Day, I'm bringing Raydance, and then it just never needed Sunny Day. So, I'll probably put in less effort in some stuff, because my battle against Dawn, I used up way too much time doing calcs, and half of the calcs I didn't even need. So I probably should have been more chill about it. Today I did some calcs, not nearly as many, and I didn't even open a spreadsheet this time around, and still went well. So I guess that's my biggest takeaway, that I just need to chill more, I guess. And yeah, trust my gut more, because the worst plays I've done this tournament were when I started second guessing the idea I came up with while waiting for the little Zag screen to come up.
Got it. That's very cool. I will say though, Mari, the one thing that I think is really cool that you do is when I was editing the third episode where you're battling Dawn, you called most of her moves. So when you're like, while I was watching you, I was like listening to your POV to get parts for the episode. You called most of Dawn's moves. Like it's going to be either this or that, and then if this happens, that's going to happen. So it is really cool that happens. So I think when you say I need to chew a little bit, I think it's an aspect of like honing in, because the ability is really powerful and is important, right? And of course it shows that in the end you were able to power through everyone.
So interesting story about the battle with Dawn. I went back to the previous Girly Pop Cups on YouTube and just looked for battles of Dawn and just kind of tried to analyze Dawn's playstyle.
Clock it.
Which
She
helped-
studied
helped-
you, girl.
Yep.
I feel violated.
Period. She studied you. She said this bitch. I mean, if you watch the second Girly Pop Cup, it's very like you have a very specific play style that you
I do.
repeated
It's-
a little bit.
I like
in this team.
I like to switch. I
Yeah.
like to shut people down. I like to have a lot. I like a lot of like. I like a lot of switching. I like a lot of parting shots. That's why I love using Incineroar so much. Unfortunately,
And you like to have. You seem to like to have one or two core strategies you build your team around, and you like to start executing that core strategy until something goes wrong.
Yeah,
Clock it.
pretty much. Yeah. I'm assuming you also watched the third one where I had the eruption Typhlosion strat.
Possibly, it's been a while.
Possibly, okay.
Clock it.
But yeah, no. I definitely did that. But I did want to say something to you, Mari, because I wanted to say like I'm so proud of you, because I know like coming into this, you definitely like did struggle a little bit more with like the more creative aspect of the Girly Pop Cup. But I know like when it came down to the second challenge, I was very proud of you for taking your like analytical way of thinking and putting that into the challenge, specifically with the second, like with that second challenge where you took our critiques and like grew from it. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm very, very proud of you for that, because I know that like bringing that like sense of like taking a little bit of the analytical out and putting more of the personality in, it was just so cool to get to see a little bit more about you. So yeah, just really, really, you did a fantastic job this season. You did a fantastic job the entire time. You definitely clawed and scratched your way there, but obviously it works because you won.
Yeah. And to finish things off, I do have one question for you, Mari. And I guess this question is a little bit more out of curiosity, because I remember you mentioned in a few of your challenges, you did mention like tough battles and like experiences you had and like fun things you had in your competitive history. And I would love to hear, what was the toughest battle you've ever had? What was the one that you were like sweating and like, you know, like was like the hardest one you've ever done?
Oh, that's a difficult one, because I've been at the spot for a while where I'm not a bad player by any means, but I'm also not a good player. So I often have the situation where I'm paired against either somebody who just started out or somebody who is a legend in this game, and so it's sadly rare that I get intense battles, because it's a lot of times I just lose or I just win, and it's by a landslide. But I guess just yesterday, for example, I had a TCG match where I somehow managed to claw my way back from a 4-prize lead from my opponent's part, where afterwards my hand was shaking. In 2018, I attended a regional championship. First 2 rounds went well. Third round, I look at the pairing, see my opponent's called Arashamati, previous world champion. Like, oh shit, that's gonna be difficult. And I managed to run away with one of the games and even got a close second game, but he, at the end, then took the match, which, I mean, world champion, so I didn't even expect to get that one game, so that was really fun and a nice challenge.
That's really fun.
But yeah, it's also just that a lot of matches are just fairly one-sided. and that's not very fun. So
And I guess it's I think I would one thing that I would tell you is that you are true to who you are. You said on the first episode that your play style is trickery, and you cap at that with Klefki for sure. Whenever you can or wherever you can, from what I saw, you keep the trickery a little bit, the Klefki to kind of like annoy everyone and do all the things. And I think that I think that like the analytical power that you have to analyze situations, it's I think that that really works in your advantage all the time. And of course, as you said, as we progress as players, we learn how to maybe trust our gut more. We learn how to trust maybe the first read we had instead of overthinking something. And that's part of, the progression and the evolution as a player. But in the Girly Pop universe, girl, you are a winner, baby. So congratulations and thank you so much. Not only for going through this until the end, and not only you, but everybody. Thank you for trusting in us, and thank you for allowing us to make mistakes, allow us to have fun with y'all, allow us to try new things, and be there with us in this journey while we try to make this crazy idea that we have to get this stage bigger and bigger and better and more fun and crazier, so we can have more and more girly pops coming in, playing games, sharing their love, sharing their Pokemon, sharing their ideas to make other people fall in love, not only with them, but also with new ideas and new ways of doing things. So before we head out, I would love to hear from you, from droomish and Mari. Any last words? Any last things you would like to say? Any shout outs you would like to give?
One for me. I'm not sure if he's in chat, but SkyMick has helped me team building and theory crafting and just bouncing strategies back and forth a bunch. And I don't think I would have performed anywhere near this well if he wouldn't have entertained this.
We love allies. Ally! I'm not even sure if he's an ally, but work. Thank you so much, Mari. Droomish?
Thank you for including me. It was really, really fun and a really special event. I feel like I have a bunch of new friends now and a little less weird about being queer and actually taking Pokemon really seriously. Yeah, I loved this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Droomish, I'm gonna tell you something really quick. Just cause I just want you to know this. When I saw you applied, you were my immediate first pick. I said, "Oh nope, Shiny, you don't get a say in this one. We're getting Droomish." Cause I love your content. I love your content. And I was just like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know they were queer." That has me so excited. So I was just like, "Oh, this is a Droomish stan account. We're getting Droomish in here." So literally having you here was just such an honor, and to fangirl just a little bit over your content and seeing that. I just wanted to let you know you were my absolute first pick. That was, you were this person is going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So thank you for applying and volunteering to do this.
It doesn't go unnoticed.
It was great.
Sorry, go on.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
That
it
makes me
doesn't
really
go
happy.
unnoticed. These things doesn't go unnoticed. These things, we might feel like we're not doing too much sometimes, or it might feel it's just a silly thing or just a fun competition. But it ends up meaning a lot for a lot of people, which was the effect on me that I wanted to make sure more people have, which is you can find community, you can find people, you can find safe nets, and you can find that sense of belonging and acceptance within a place of a lot of people that like the same thing that you like. And just by appearing in a thing like this, it will mean multitudes for a bunch of other people that will look and say, "Oh, okay, that's good. You know, I feel seen. I feel heard. I feel like I look at that person looks like me, and it feels like I can be there. You know. So, in the words of that woman that I don't remember her name, but unfortunately she did pass away. Be who you. Okay. Anyway, Droomish and Mari,
Oh God.
thank you so much for participating, for going with us until the end. Congratulations again, Mari, on winning. Congratulations, Droomish, for getting to top 2. And with that, we will let the both of you go so me and Dawn can do some closing words. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Well, and then there were 2 women in STEM.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. All right. So let's hear it once again for Miss Mari. Mari won the Girly Pop Cup, the 5th winner. I want this chat to be moving, Mama. I want this chat to be moving with congratulations for Mari. Not only congratulations for Mari, but congratulations to everyone here because we reached our donation goal. We reached the donation goal of $200. So thank you everybody so much who donated, who shared, who were here, you know, making your presence. We do deeply appreciate everyone for being here. And thank you so, so much for coming and for supporting us. Now, before we go, we do have 2 more codes of the Spirit Swap to give away. So if you would like to get your codes, then Robbie just started the raffles. So the raffle number 3 is the first person to mention the Pokemon Bob that we're thinking of wins. Who has a Cunty Bob? The other riddle is, in Legends Arceus, you could say that you ride this Pokemon... God damn it, Robbie.
I ride bareback.
You ride this Pokemon bareback.
Hello.
God damn it. Is it Smoochum? Apparently it isn't.
You know, I'm going to put in the guess too. Why not? Oh, okay, there's one.
Or Ursaluna,
Gabby
period.
Game's getting the second code.
You know the answer, Dawn. You have access to the answer, Diva.
Oh, I don't know the answer. I didn't look.
Great. Love it. But you can't win twice. You can give it to a friend, Gabby. You can give your thing to a friend. You give your code to a friend, as you should. I won this thing on. It's Lizarina. Shut the fuck up.
It's the Lisa Rinna M&M. It's specifically the Lisa Rinna M&M.
I was at a friend's stream a while ago and I won a code. I won like a Steam key for a Dead by Daylight DLC, and I haven't played Dead by Daylight in years, so I gave it to another person. But I won. It felt good.
Hello. That's what matters.
No, the raffle
And
4 was already won. It's raffle 3.
Raffle 4.
What's the answer again?
And
sorry,
that
go on.
is the ADHD diva. Pokemon Bob. Come on, y'all. Pokemon Bob.
Oh,
what is
God.
Dawn Stone?
God damn it.
I don't know.
Robbie, can I give a tip? Because I don't think it's a very obvious Bob. Would you allow me to give people a little tip that isn't typically thought of? Great. What is
Liza Minnelli? What is Liza Minnelli is crazy.
Oh God.
Give a little bit. Just the tip. Just give
Just
the tip.
the tip. The Pokemon we are looking for is a monkey.
Oh. Wait, I spelled it wrong. Hey! Woo!
Oh Jesus!
Yay, I won.
Simipour is crazy.
But that's not a Bob though. That's a beehive.
Girl, I don't know. I just
That's a beehive, not a Bob.
Simipour. Let me see how Simipour looks like.
That's a beehive. That is a 60s beehive.
I don't know if that's a bob. Talk to Fawn.
That ain't a bob, girl.
Not
That ain't a
talk to
bob.
Fawn. Call Fawn.
Hello, Fonathan. Hi. Yes. Yeah, you were incorrect.
Are you hiring today?
Yes,
Oh,
no.
great. I will go
Are
there.
you hiring today?
To fill up an
I will go there
application.
today to apply. Thank you.
All right, everybody.
All right. And with that, I think that is going to be closing out the Girly Pop Cup Colors of Pride. Thank you to everyone who participated, everyone who watched all the episodes. It was a pleasure having you all. So thank you for being here.
And thank you for trusting us, and follow our socials on the Girly Pop Games everywhere so you can keep up with future plans we are planning, things we want to do, and follow the socials of our cast as well. Get in touch so you can know what they're doing. And thank you so much, and have an incredible rest of your weekend. And with that, goodbye.
Mwah!